on Two Balls and a Mic.
And sailing and soccer, San Diego, California.
Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 252. We are back here on a Monday. We have the fantastic and powerful, the well-traveled, the world traveler, Abraham Cepeda, next to us here. Welcome, Abraham Cepeda from Japan, all the way back with that hat. How are you, man?
I'm doing all right. It has been a complete whirlwind of change and everything. So many different experiences, overstimulation. It's good to get out there, though. We got audio now that works. It's cool. I was able to listen in on the podcast even from there. It was kind of crazy. Thinking like, man, I'm in a whole different world. And they're speaking English about soccer.
Absolutely. You missed some soccer action over there, but some soccer action that happened over here. The penultimate Chrome Ball stop in National City has happened here last week at a 4-hour stream where I undertook the burden of taking one for the team, and it was really interesting. It broke some news in National City Soccer with the great and honorable Ron Morrison. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to get into how fun that was. With that, we had some great guests join us. Esteban Toscano is already here, ready to go. The SDFC bros, we'll get into all of that, but some SDFC rumors and confirmations our sources had said a couple of days ago. And we revealed that December 13th will be the SDFC kit reveal, the first kit reveal of this team, along with the celebration that's going to culminate in the final Chrome Ball Tour. And we're also going to talk NWSL. The NWSL Championship has come and gone. The NWSL with Marta as champion. Orlando has defeated and won the double. Has won with a great performance with Barbara Banda. We're going to have the great Callan. Ahora qué pasó?
I don't know what's been going on with that.
It's okay. It's fixed. But you know what? We got Callan coming in to talk some USD soccer. I was actually there this last week in person at Torero Stadium to see the USD Toreros move into Challenge Duke, which they eventually beat. Moving on to the next phase in the tournament, we're going to have the voice of USD and a lot of sports in San Diego. And when Callum McClurg will be here in a bit, and as well as something really cool, really special, we have the $20,000 Escondido Cup draw. We're going to have a live draw a la champion style. People are going to be tuning into this as well, and goals, gaffs, and greats for that. So thank you everybody who's joined in the chat. We're good to go. Everything's good. How are you guys? You guys okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I really don't want you to think that the libations had any impact on what happened here.
Libations?
Absolutely, that's a great word.
What are libations? You mean like drinks? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, well, you could say that, but you can also say such as. We want to thank Recover, great people over at Recover for hooking us up with some fantastic drinks. Potentially the sponsors, not the
That'd
first
be so
sponsor,
cool.
Chiba, like you thought, but Abe brought, our pals over at Califino Tequila.
Yeah,
But
Califino was
this
their
does
first
the
sponsor.
opposite. Instead of dehydrate you, it hydrates you. Recover.
100%.
It's actually really good. I like it because it's sugar free.
Mhm.
If you guys want to try it out, let me know. I know Esteban Toscano, who joined us at National City Chrome Ball
Okay.
Tour. Yeah, he came in and was doing it. What's up? He's already in the chat. Everybody's here. Imagine if Orlando win both the MLS Cup and the NWSL. That's the situation that I did think of. I also thought of a situation where it's LA in the MLS, LA versus New York, just like the World Series. That's also a possibility.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that here coming up as well. But all right, we have a jam-packed show. There was a lot to talk about. You again, World Traveler, you're here. We want to thank also everybody who's purchased a shirt.
Yeah.
Everybody who has purchased a San Diego Punto Football shirt. We want to thank you for your contribution. You see it wearing here. I was wearing it for 5 hours. It's up there. It's drying. Yeah. So that's it right there. But you know what, Abe? There was a test. There was an original design for that shirt.
Oh, we're doing this live.
Yeah, we're doing this live, and so only one person has seen this, and this is Chiba.
Yeah. It was not approved, by the way.
It was not approved, and a rogue shirt showed up. Obviously, the front of it will say San Diego Punto Football in the Mexico 86 font, again, courtesy of the great and powerful Punk Rock Paint, the great and powerful Travis. The back of the shirt will have the San Diego Punto Football imagery, the logo, the crest, right there.
Yep.
However you want to call that device. But when I was presented with this shirt, said, "Hey, how do you like the colors? How do you like this?" I was like, "All right, cool." Little did I know that it was with a surprise of what the yeah.
Hey.
Did
you know
so
that?
maybe this is version 2 of the shirt. Hey, you're wearing the J on your hat. So I could trade this for you, dude. And the thing about this is that this is the front of the shirt.
Yeah.
So you're coming off pretty aggressive. There's nothing on the back.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing in this style tag. But
You like it, Abe?
It's wonderful.
So we didn't feel like.
yeah,
I mean, we
no,
told
it's
them,
not
"Hey,
a-
man, it's cool and all, but the San Diego Football needs to be in the front."
Yeah, no,
So-
100%, because he's always got my back,
Have you guys pre-ordered your SDFC jersey yet? We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. And let me say this, because sorry, at the 4-hour
Yeah, let's talk about
Power
National City.
stream.
You
Yeah.
were there, National City. It was a 4-hour live stream that you had and had some guests. Tony, thank you for doing that. For San Diego Football, obviously, Abe
you
was
haven't
in
said that
Japan.
until now. Thank you for saying thank you.
I did. I told you this morning
know you
actually.
did.
So, yeah, no, good stuff. I had a wedding to go to, and it was a lot of fun. I don't regret going to this wedding. It was a lot of fun, and
Not your own
I had the
wedding,
best time.
because
No,
that would
not
be
my
very,
wedding.
that'd be very
Not my
no,
wedding.
That'd be very funny if you said, like, I don't regret going to the wedding, and it's your wedding. Like, what a
No,
move.
No, the wedding, that's probably the most fun I've ever had at a wedding. So it was really cool.
Are you the like one that dances, that gets everyone to dance? Are you just chilling in the back, drinking with people? What do you do?
No, I dance. I'm not the one like trying to get everyone to that, but I'm there. I'm dancing. Like, it's fun.
No, this is a Alejandro, Jose, and Martin podcast. Christian is on the next show. But yeah, so the stream started off strong. I didn't know what was going to happen. I really didn't know what was going to happen.
Dude, you were low-key nervous.
I was low-key nervous because
Not nervous, stressing in a way. Tony was calling me from National City, just trying to see, okay, the Wi-Fi is pretty good. I need to figure out this outlet situation and all this. So that was pretty cool to hear. And then
not a single outlet in the location at Kimball
so
Park.
what ended up happening?
I sweet talked my way into a collaboration with the club, whatever that may mean to you. I may have roguely asked permission to be like, hey, you guys have a cool little generator there. I just need one plug. I just need a plug. And they're generous enough to help me out with that. And I want to say, again, thank you to the club for allowing me the space to do that. I think since this was announced, I did talk to the club and say, hey, I want to do it in National City. I don't know what you guys are going to do. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know, whatever. Like, let me just do this. And we haven't done it anywhere else. I am following up with the club potentially to do this at the final Chrome Ball Tour stop on the 15th of December in Snapdragon Stadium. There are plenty of power outlets I have checked, and Wi-Fi is also available there. But it was cool. When I got there, classic National City. There was 5 tow trucks coming in because there's a sign that say right there. Look at that. The time says 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. pretty clearly. And so people just didn't listen. And that means that your car gets tooketh, which is the unfortunate reality of what happened
To a couple people.
And so I mean, that's no fault of anybody. Like that's
Rules are rules.
yeah, just don't do it.
You know, it sucks when it is normal parking and then you're like, it decided to ignore a sign one day, and that's when it happens. You know, like that sucks for everyone that got their car towed. It's definitely annoying to have to pay $200-300 to get it out of the tow yard. I mean, I think we've all been there before.
That's a little setup that I had, and El Changarro, like the entire podcast was there.
I guess, yeah.
7, yeah. And then you could see right there, right on the right hand side, like it's starting. It's starting.
Man.
Oh man. Either way, it was a cool little spot. The club gave me a table there. Was ready with my gallon, ready to go. But again, I didn't know what was going to happen that day. Like I invited a couple people saying, hey, if you're there, stop by. We had the SDFC fan cast right next door as well. Shout out to them. Ran into them at the USD game as well. So being part of it. But yeah, it was a good turnout for National City. It was really cool. The first guest that I had was Omar Garcia.
Clip that.
It's not Omar Garcia.
Clip
The
that.
creator of the imagery, the emblem, the sign, the signage of National City. I don't know if you get a chance to see
The National City
Chrome Ball Tour sign.
No, I didn't.
I personally liked it a lot. I thought it was cool. I mean, we'll get Tony's opinion for someone who's a National City native, but
NC native.
I really liked. It was kind of like a lowrider car rim. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know how you felt about it, Tony. Abe, I don't know first glance. What do you think? But
Looks nice.
I thought it looked really nice.
That'd be cool as like a crest.
I wanted to, not because I always want to have criticism for the club. No, así no se trata. I give props when I have to, and when it deserves it. This deserves it. And my girlfriend and I, we are National City natives, and we were like looking at this, and we're like,
What's
before
wrong
it
with
came
it?
out,
Like, what's wrong?
before with it, we were before we were just like, I just hope they don't do a lowrider thing. And we were saying that, but then this came out, and we were like, you know what? Good. This looks really, really cool.
Well, National City is known for lowriders.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's
so that I feel like that highlights
part of the
National
culture
City really well.
and that's what I talked with Omar Garcia, the creator of this imagery here. And so that was the beginning, like literally just kind of, all right, come on in, talk about what you do, talk about the community. And then Wi-Fi kind of kept coming in, coming out. It was just me for a couple of instances, moments. There was a dog that shit right behind me.
Nice.
National City. Miguel Barajas, part of the SDFC union, SDI something.
SU?
Yeah, this SU. Yes, thank you.
Formerly Rasa.
I don't know.
Were they ever
the artist
officially called
formerly
that?
named as La Raza,
Oh.
the eventual supporter union. That whoever's going to fill.
Yeah.
That's pretty simple. Whoever is going to be allowed to pay $18 per game per season ticket.
Has to be a member, right?
Any thought on that?
$18 is great.
That's a great
ticket.
deal.
It's
Yeah, I had
$18 a game.
when I was
that's
at the University of Oregon to
Mhm.
go to football games
Oh.
as a student. Our discounted tickets were $20, and that's still at times like, man, do I want to pay $20 to go watch some random school I've never heard of? But it was worth it. I think $18, especially if you're a supporter, you're cheering, you're screaming, you're going crazy. That's a great offer.
Yeah, I mean, Miguel joining us. He is now the active president of this union, right?
I
Or-
believe so. Like there's elections,
Something
there's
like that.
nominations. There's
Mhm.
going to be a new head of the table for the union. Acknowledge him, or them or her. I don't know. I'm not in that. I'm not in the running for any of that. But ultimately, was also joined by Esteban, who honestly MVP
Hey, boy
of the
heck
day.
yeah.
MVP of the day. Again, you see the pixelated version of us. Hello, hey y'all, hey there. You can hear us.
Was
I
it the
think.
library Wi-Fi?
I'll just keep that private. Or kind of do like, oh, that'd be cool.
Sounds all right.
I hope we do a version of this.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out to Esteban, who again MVP because he stayed on for a while, and I really appreciate him coming in. Everybody who was in the comment section, we tried to go ahead and also have images of the games, of the youth games happening in front of me.
Shout out to Esteban, by the way.
Mhm.
Baller Crew. Follow them on Instagram. They just rebranded from Exquisite Football to Baller Crew. Definitely local. Check them out. Local soccer content creators.
Mhm.
And you can also follow Esteban at Esteban Toscano on Instagram. Just look him up. You'll find them. But yeah, no, I mean, you had really cool guests joining you throughout the hour. I got to tune in a little bit, and I think you were talking with the mayor of National
Was I?
City.
That was towards the end. So speaking,
And I was like, oh,
uh-huh.
this is freaking sick. 'Cause, yeah, like I was like, he told me about this, but it wasn't for sure if that was actually going to be true. Tony tells me a lot of things all the time, and half of the things he tells me, it's like
excuse me,
something that's not going to happen or something like that.
and it happens.
And it happened. No,
Most
this
of the
is one
time,
of
so I
those
don't know what
things
you're
that
saying.
it did happen. Like, I don't know when I can believe him.
Baller
Yeah.
Crew come in.
That's hilarious. Yeah, usually with Tony's reporting, it's true, but there are times where he just texts us or says something. It's like, yeah, this guy.
You know what? If my reporting is
Like his reporting is true, but like when
Yeah.
he texts that, like the text I get, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But then when you see it officially on San Diego Punto Football, you see the logo, you see the official breaking news, you hear the yeah, when you
this
hear
just
that,
in, Abe's a dick from Japan.
I mean,
The fuck?
so this Chiba said it. I'm just agreeing with him. All right, sometimes you're.
I don't think I grilled you that bad. I didn't even say anything bad. I just said sometimes Tony tells me things that I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, dude.
I can't put you away here, Abe. I can mute you. Like, all right, but you're still here.
I mean, I'm very glad you got
Technically, you could
hold our
you-
mayor to account.
Whenever Tony would it's your garage, he could kick us out of this place if he wanted to right now.
and charge you for it because I mean, lights aren't cheap. Internet's not cheap.
We would not pay him.
But all right. And speaking of cool people in the community doing soccer content, the SDFC bros, we had Vince stop by, who also runs House of Milan, a fantastic outlet here that covers AC Milan. His team is Milan, and kind of going into that, his family and how he became a fan, did a Milan best five-a-side of all time. Started with the goalkeeper Donnarumma. I was very, you know what? That's a very good move. I really appreciate that. The soccer IQ is high there. But then my favorite moment happened in that. Should I just play it now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
go ahead.
Clip that chat. But so the goal with SDFC Bros is we kind of want to mimic what Arsenal Fan TV do.
Nice.
Because with Home of Milan, whoa, I saw that coming from a little bit, but that was a class scene.
That
This one, like, Buffon would have been proud of
Wow,
that.
that
one.
was sick.
That
was sick.
Yes.
He did
I'm
not
glad
care
I got that
he
moment.
Buffon would have been
Dude,
proud
It's
of that.
clip
one.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just proud
clip
that
that.
you recorded it. That it's like visible.
Oh yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
proud that he's gonna get
He's
the
proud that
praise
he has
for
this clip
it.
and that he's gonna get the praise because he
it's
should
just-
get the
yeah.
praise. This is an amazing save, okay? The
This
ball.
episode a calling out Tony
Yeah.
episode.
No, go for it.
I
Bros,
love
we kind
Tony,
of want to
and I'm
mimic.
so glad he got this clip because it's
It's
an
so cool.
amazing save. It comes out of nowhere. It would have hit him in the face if you didn't get that.
We've broken
ball.
those glasses.
Broken the
Yeah,
glasses.
those are nice
Like,
glasses.
honestly, though, it might have been a more viral clip if you didn't save it. We could have gone to some.
I think so too. Like, just look
So
at this.
what
like,
I'm hearing is that I should have allowed this ball to hit our guest square in the face. Just
No.
like
You made the right call. I'm proud of you. Good save. You're a
usually I
true
don't make the
goalkeeper.
right call. Oh no,
A
like
true goalkeeper, just completely not expecting it at all. Ready, pushes the whatever offense player, defense player out of the
That
way.
is
I need
wild,
to
man.
get this body.
earlier in the stream as he came in, like I assured him, I'm like, hey, like, don't worry, you're in the safest spot, bro. You're in between two goalkeepers. And little did we know that, yeah, no, we were gonna go ahead and have to resort to that. Yeah, I love it when that happens.
I'm surprised you didn't make this whole photo just tonight's thumbnail.
Yeah, no, this is a fantastic photo. It's just to show you the game, the speed that there was an actual ball there. Like you don't. That's how hard that shot was from this 9-year-old girl. Like it was a laser. Esteban doing his thing. You know what? Self-preservation. I'm gonna go ahead and just get the fuck out of the way. Vince, you can see his hand. He is holding one of our mics. But ultimately, like, look, the speed of the ball was coming directly to make a beeline towards our guest.
It may
Nope.
have just missed him.
Nope.
It looks over his head, right, Abe?
It would have gone down a little bit. That it goes up and then
Bros,
kinda
is we kind of
slides
want to
down.
mimic what Arsenal fan TV do.
Nice.
You know, because with home Emil, whoa,
You don't even see the ball in the
You don't
clip.
see the ball.
You don't
just
even
hear it.
see the ball.
hear
You
the
just
ball.
hear it. But I slowed this same stream down.
with home
And
Emil.
yeah, boom. Okay, we're spending too much time on this.
Abe Luke's. Oh my God, we got Luis on the chat. Abe.
Oh, thanks,
It's
Luis.
Abe
You got
number. You look
I do.
healthier. Must be Japan. I told you.
I've been told that. I said
It's-
I lost weight. I
It's
grew-
the mustache.
It's the mustache.
Yeah, no shave
Why?
November.
Is that
Um,
why?
Oh, are you
My-
actually
well,
doing that?
So I was there. I didn't bring my razor. I just forgot to throw it in my toiletry bag, and then I was like, I don't need a razor.
Does
It's
Japan not have
November.
razors?
They do. They have plenty of razors. They have their 7-Elevens are so amazing.
Yeah,
They
I've
don't have.
heard,
You
I've
can't.
heard.
You can't get a Slurpee, which is probably a good thing.
Okay.
Slurpees are probably not great for the health, but there's like so many different like snacks and sandwich. Like you can get good food at like even the sushi in Japan and
What is
7-Eleven is great.
Yeah, it's
Those-
top tier. Like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. I would expect like Oxos have good papitas or something like over there. Like, you know,
Mhm.
it's good.
Yeah,
Do you
no.
agree? See, I like this. Now he's Zen Abe. I can't
Mm,
put the comment before. I don't want you to be found, Luis, for your own protection. Season's greetings to everybody. Oh, you sound Japanese. Did you learn any?
Omakase desu ka? That means what would you recommend?
Omakase desu
So
ka?
when you go to the restaurant, you just say omakase desu ka. and then
Oh,
let them
okay.
give it to you.
Just here. And you just eat whatever they give you.
Got it. Abe can make his own decisions.
That is true. I get very overwhelmed sometimes with food decisions. So it is nice to just be like, hey, what do you guys recommend? And then get that.
No.
on.
How did you say it?
Omakase
Omakase
desu ka.
desu ka.
Deska.
I like that.
Ah,
You're
that's
more
cool.
cultured. I love
Mhm.
that for you.
I did bring gifts if you guys want to see those now. Or
Oh,
yes, I brought each of you
Aw.
special.
they were in the
special
fuck
thing.
Oh,
Oh.
gift
This is-
reveal.
This is pretty cheap one. I got you guys each deck of cards. I
Fuck
usually
yeah.
do that.
Oh, this
Give me
is
a
sick.
high five, dude.
Okay.
Give me a high five. That's
Oh,
Yeah.
that is sick. It's a Peanuts deck of cards.
Yeah,
You can have
Peanuts
the
is fine.
Peanuts one.
peanuts is fine.
Yeah, you got a
obviously.
Dragon Ball.
Peanuts is
You
fine.
got-
Dragon
that's
Ball.
sick.
This is fucking
This is so
cool.
dope.
And then I also have
Wait, and it's official bicycle. Like it's not
Yeah,
like Marca
yeah.
Panchito. Like
No, it's bicycle deck.
I used to have a. Oh, I
This
won't
is really
mention
cool.
it. This is thank you, Abe. I
yeah,
appreciate
there's
it.
a lot of Peanuts themed things in Japan, which I was
Really?
very surprised. Yeah, I got a lot of cute little Snoopy stuff. It's very cool. And then
It's
I did bring
made-
Pokemon cards for you guys too.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Where are we gonna open them?
You can if you want to.
Okay.
2 for each.
I'll let you guys.
choose.
I'll let you
I'll
guys
take these two
take
on this
that.
end.
This show has derailed completely.
All right. Are you opening yours right now?
Are you?
I mean, if you guys want to, you can. It's your
all
card.
right. Well,
All right.
here let's.
If you get my only rule is if you get something that's like worth like over $100, you have to give me like you have to buy me dinner or something.
it's
Okay?
chingastas.
Let's see. I'll talk us through it while you guys do this opening. Yeah, there's like a thing where you like have to like.
This is
move
how
the
I
first
open
two or
Yu-Gi-Oh
something.
packs, bro.
And they're cheap too. They're only like $1 each. The yen is really nice.
And you have to skip like the first 3 or something.
I don't.
I don't know. I think technically it's different because it's like a pack of 5, but
Is this just turned into a Pokemon
card opening stream.
opening stream?
Those are big.
Alright,
That's a big deal.
so
And
we
everywhere.
got- what is this? Pachirisu?
looks like Emoga to me.
Probably. Pachirisu is another Pokemon. Oh, Apom.
Okay.
Este way? No, sí. Güey.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, here we
is-
go.
Let's see.
Oh, that's a
Wow.
sick ass Clefairy. I'm
Oh,
down
you got
for
a
a
cool
Clefairy.
Oh, cool. Cute. What's this one? Like a bug catching thing? Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool. All right, Chiba.
Can't really read it. It's in Japanese.
I cannot
I
read
did
it.
learn
Did
how
you
to
not
use,
learn Japanese?
No, I learned how to use
kanji?
the app of the translate app. Actually, no. This right here, if it looks like a J, that means she. That's all I knew.
This is what was on my first deck. See if you want to put this camera. That's Abe.
Mm.
That's good. All right. Vales madre esto.
Mm.
I like that Pokemon. Is that a Remoraid? Did you have thick pancakes, Abe?
Let's see. I had that once actually.
Oh.
It was like we all shared it. What's that one? Okay.
Did it freeze? Oh, there we go.
It was okay.
Nothing cool,
Pancakes
right?
were okay.
Yeah, no, your pack sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have another one too.
Yeah. I already.
All right, we'll
opened
do
it.
that at
You
the end
open
of the
both
stream.
of them? Oh, okay.
We'll do that at the
Okay.
at the end here. Thank you, Abe.
Yeah.
Ah,
Let's talk
This
some
is
soccer
so
now.
cool. Soccer.
this one looks cool.
As I was mentioning in this stream, a couple of breaking news items did happen because not only did we have great guests, we also had great breaking news as well by having the great and honorable Mayor Ron Morrison, the mayor of National City. I had hit him up on the ancient Facebook and said, "Hey, Mayor Ron Morrison, like
That is wild.
this and this." I think I'm pretty sure we're like, I didn't just say we're friends.
Oh,
on
you guys
Facebook.
are friends on Facebook?
Yeah, like, but it's one of those things. Like everybody was friends with him at some point, but let's see, that is not Mayor Ron Morrison right there. But he did say, because I brought up, hey, like there's a park in National City called El Toyon Park that is damaged from the water, like it's condemned. And so as this connection was about to happen with SDFC, but eventually he broke news that, hey, they are working on the contract. The contract is out for bid for renovation for the El Toyon soccer field that is going to be very badly renovated. Also helped build a connection with the club and SDFC, along with DJ Beto, who was also a guest towards the end. It turned into a Lucha Libre podcast at the end. And then literally our great friends at SDFC looked at me and were like, sorry. And they just pulled the plug. Yeah, we went over 100%. We were just waiting and we were just waiting, and he pulled the plug, and that was the end of the stream. But either way, very badly renovated. It's jumbo shrimp. It needed a renovation badly. We just had a great moment here in recess with the Pokemon cards. We
No
should
one
do
wanted
that
to
with
play
soccer
Pokemon with me
cards.
when I was in school.
I was
When
a
I
Pogs guy. Tazos. I would
Mm.
kick ass at Tazos. Yep, just like that.
Oops.
See, I look at that and be like, oh, this is a kid I'm taking all the Tazos from. But in any case, that was kind of revealed there. I also saw our shirt. I don't know what happened. We have the only boxes of shirts here but I saw my shirt at the Chrome Ball Tour being leaked
I'm
out
like,
there.
What?
Yeah, no, like I don't
Hey,
know
you don't
what
make it
happened
until
there.
people steal your copyright and print their own.
Well, not even
shirts.
that. It's
That's
just
what
like
I've said. SDFC hasn't and the Wave have not make it until I can buy their jersey at
La
Swap
Linea?
Meet
And-
or
Swap
at the
Meet?
Linea.
yeah, the border. Yeah, 100%.
They haven't made it until that happened.
And it's a really good kit. Like people dig it for the San Diego Wave. But our shirt was unfortunately leaked, so we want to apologize to everybody who saw it out of time. You know, there was a big reveal here.
Mhm.
I also heard through sources that this is the exact case that also happened with the inaugural SDFC kit in some capacity, where it was seen out and about in the city of San Diego. Investigations are ongoing. There are no images. There are no pictures. Trust me, I checked.
Mm.
I've also checked with local authorities in this matter. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But everybody's going to go ahead and have a chance to see the kit on December 13th. December 13th being
Okay.
the official date that SDFC has placed as the reveal date for this. I know we've talked about a lot of kind of things that don't matter in terms of X's and O's, in terms of the actual game of soccer. The kit, the first kit, any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on the imagery? I mean, that might be coming out.
I mean,
Is that
it's gonna
important to
be
you?
it's gonna be a blue shirt. It's gonna be Adidas. It's gonna have
Azul.
the chrome and azul, I guess. Not blue. It's gonna be azul. The crest is gonna be on this side. It's gonna maybe have like accents of orange. I don't
Mhm.
really expect much, honestly.
I'm interested to see what the away kit looks like. I know I'm not a
That's
big uniform
important.
guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm interested to see if the away kit is just kind of like a generic Adidas. I mean, it's gonna be a generic Adidas kit anyways, even the home one. But I'm curious to see if they go with like all white for the away kits or something like that. I don't know. So I'm a little more curious on that. But yeah, they did announce the date, Friday, December 13th. It's going to be their jersey reveal. It's going to be a 9:45 at their Mission Valley store, 18 Threads. 9:45 a.m. and then the store opens at 10 a.m. There's going to be DJ, food, photo booth, and then there's also going to be a party at 6 p.m. that same night.
Yeah. So it's a whole weekend of celebration.
12 days, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So December 13th, 12 days of Christmas.
It lines up exactly with the 12 days of
Mhm.
Christmas. That's also going to just be the final celebration on the 15th of the Chrome Ball Cup as well at Snapdragon Stadium. That's essentially everything that kind of comes up. Oh, hey.
The
Oh.
card that Chiva got ended up $60. You can get that.
There's no way.
If you PSA 10 graded, I guess.
Stop touching it.
You
Stop.
gotta put it in like one of those sleeves or something.
Shit.
Just put it back in the bag. It'll be fine.
Here.
We opened it live, so I think technically
Here. Just place it on this mat.
it's $60. I
It's
mean, you have to like
$60.
also send it in. It's a whole thing with like cards. And
Eh,
stuff.
chinga su madre, güey.
You never know.
No morro, güey. All right, so that is going to be the weekend of celebration for SDFC. What?
That's pretty big. Gas.
Gas right
Week of gas.
It's a week of gas, yeah. No, for us, it's a lot of traveling. From what I've come to understand about the kit itself, don't hold your breath in terms of how innovative or how revolutionary SDFC's Chrome and Azul
gonna be
kit
whack.
will be. It's going to be safe. I
All
could just say
MLS
that.
jerseys, I think,
exactly.
are
Mhm.
that they're
I think
safe.
the
they're-
Waste first kit was also very generic, right? And
Yeah.
we know the story of what happened with it.
Mhm.
Where, they couldn't get the design they wanted, but I mean, it's all Adidas, right? All
Yeah.
the MLS kits, for the most part, look about the same. They're generic. It's a little boring.
So late January to early February is when the away kit will be coming out. So the away kit will be coming out late January,
Okay, so they're
early
just doing home
February.
kit.
Yeah, but the home kit will be out and ready for purchase, and essentially, hopefully, everybody's buying it, wearing it for the celebration on the 15th at Snapdragon Stadium. For that, because again, the final city is San Diego of the Chrome Ball Tour. I spoke a lot about it during that stream, but at the end of the day, San Diego FC has done a great job in having a platform for the community and highlighting what's there and people who have come out in and really represented and their areas, and I think that's a good look for what they're trying to build. There are a lot of things that I think the club would agree they could have done better and look back and said like, there are some things that they probably look back and don't think twice and they could have done better as well. But props where it deserves to the Chrome Ball Tour has been fantastic to just kind of see, and really, really cool. Guys,
Did you get information on whether or not the Chrome Ball will open at the end of the tour? Because I'm determined to know if there's anything inside of it.
I don't know.
I think we discussed this.
Yes, we did discuss.
Yeah,
this, but this was your chance to get talk to some people, make some sources, figure out, was there a
Chucky
San
Lozano
Diego
comes
chicken
out.
inside? Was there Kevin De Bruyne inside?
Well, the kit was in there.
You think the kit's in there?
Yeah.
Still?
No. Maybe.
Okay.
And because again, like if you really think about the way the crest was revealed, it was rather unfortunate for a lot of people who were there to cover it. Not for us, but like photographers who got to the event and were told, hey, by the way, if you didn't get that little screen for your phone or your camera, you're not going to be able to see the crest because it's in 3D. And that people weren't prepared for that. And like, just, I guess the innovation part of it, like, I get it, like cool. Yeah, but execute a different way. Same thing with that. Like, I'm not sure what to expect on that 15th. That's going to be out. And same thing with the crest. Like, it was leaked the day before the actual event at Snapdragon Stadium.
The kit is bound to get leaked as well. I mean, it's MLS, and I think SDFC needs to understand. I think they were caught off guard when the crest was leaked.
Yeah.
But I think by now they're probably expecting, okay, you know what, this is going to get leaked. Like, let's just do the event at 9:45, so start selling jerseys and then do a party at night. Like, I think it takes away. I mean, when stuff gets leaked, it takes away from the excitement, I guess, for things, right? But that's just when you're in this major league level, like it's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen. I've heard that a lot from people within SDFC and outside and around the MLS of like, and have worked not in the MLS in professional soccer, that in the there's a lot of leakage in this league, that being there. But look, if you look hard enough, you can find it online. So if you look hard enough,
I'll look right now. See how hard I need to look.
See how hard you can look and still be a part of the conversation. But I do know people are excited for it. I know people are kind of in between still with how they feel about what the crest represents and how it's going to look like. But other than that, I think it's going to be all right. And again, people have their opinions. I've shared my opinions. I don't really care for the actual crest and the representation of the soil where I was birthed and raised. But other people may feel differently. At the end of the day, it's soccer. It's a game. It's un juego.
Yeah.
On March 1st, people better be at Snapdragon Stadium because there's 35,000 people to pack out over there. But other than that, SDFC for right now.
Well, we're going to wrap up a little bit as we are going to be having our first guest join tonight. But when we get talking SDFC again, we're going to be diving a little bit more into the Juan Mata announcement as a part owner for the team. So we will be diving in on that. I mean, first thoughts on that is cool. Juan Mata, Chelsea Man U legend, like Tony. I know we've spoken to Juan Mata before, so that's exciting. So again, we're going to show you a little bit of clips that we have of that. And we'll just have a discussion about that. But I don't know if we're ready. Are you guys ready to bring in our first guest?
No.
Oh, Tony's not ready.
Okay. Well, Juan Mata, I think it's the same as Manny Machado, same as Jocko Will. I don't know.
Jocko Willink. Yep.
Willink, just co-owner. Basically, do they get paid to do this, you think, or do they have to pay to invest? Because I think it is kind of one of those, hey, we invest, we put in like a tiny little bit of money, you get this portion of ownership, and then you're just also have some responsibilities as like a brand ambassador or whatever. So
and they do get stakes of it in portions. However, 0.00000 of that portion it is, you are technically an owner. So whether that can mean that the ownership is part, and that's the thing with MLS, right? Like Messi has a part of his contract be money from jerseys from everybody else. Like that's just, you don't see that across in soccer. So in the MLS, you can do deals like that. Does Juan Mata having a stake in ownership cover part of his potential, maybe contract wages for him to be a player for SDFC, as it was announced that Juan Mata is now, along with David Beckham, the only player that is active to be an owner of an MLS team? Take that as you will. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and shift gears. We'll be back into that gear. I see a lot of gears moving in the chat as well for SDFC. We're going to revisit that. But there is a team in San Diego that is actually playing, not San Diego Wave, because that crashed and burned in a interesting way. We will also have some developing stories on the head coach coming up for next year for San Diego Wave. But with that, we want to go ahead and welcome somebody who has a great insight, somebody who has been in the know, who has been there at the home matches and seen this team go and do something that is absolutely incredible. And I'm talking about the USD Toreros. They have beat a Duke team that was slated to move past the USD Toreros. But that's not the case. Jack Sandmeyer, I believe, is there. You know, Jack.
Yeah,
That's
good
the
old Jack
Inter.
Sandmeyer.
We're gonna go ahead and welcome the great and powerful Callum. Callan, how are you doing?
How's it going, fellas? Thanks for the invite and ready to talk all things San Diego men's soccer. It's a great time to be at Acala Park, believe me.
I love that you are joining us tonight. That fantastic voice, the setup. You are an absolute pro, my friend. But welcome on to the program. I mean, you are the voice of a lot of San Diego sports, USD being one of them. That's your home. That's your baby. So what's been going on at Torero with the USD men's soccer team?
Well, how does 3 consecutive West Coast Conference championships sound? How does a 8-0-0 road record sound, and losing only twice, and it happened to be at home? And now you've won 15 games on the season. Tony and Chiva and Abe, I get the great pleasure to be able to sit in the upper press box at Torero Stadium, which is where game ops and the PA announcer sits, where I usually am, to be able to watch this team play. And from game one, there was something about this team that felt like it was going in this kind of direction, about maybe, another conference championship, maybe, at least hosting a game, maybe a national seed, which they did not get come selection day after winning their third straight conference championship. And then, I'm kind of replaying some stuff in my head from the season at home. I think I may have missed maybe 1 or 2 games all year with my schedule. And one thing that had jumped out at me from game one, ironically enough, against Duke, they played Duke at home earlier in the season. And the thing that jumped out to me was how this team locks down on defense and how they protect leads. Like, there was really not a whole lot of breakdowns this season. They were getting contributions from everyone in their lineup in some capacity, whether it's knocking a ball off the line or, I think we had a thing going early in the season. We went by top bins only. It's like every other goal that these guys are scoring, 15, 20 yards away from the top of the box. These are literally shots upper V, top left corner, top right corner, or as we all saw, Cesar Bahena scoring against UC Davis last Thursday, 40 yards away, beating the goalie right down Main Street, and it's the lone goal that stands up. And then as the game goes on, as USD has leads, they are literally clamping down, like you're parking the bus in front of your goalkeeper. And also, Donovan Parisian comes in, guys, like about 6 games into the season. They had a bit of a illness bug going through the team, and Luis Ludusan, who had been their starting goalie, happened to miss some time with his illness, and Donovan Parisian's been called in, and he has just been stellar and aiding this Torero defense to, they've not conceded a goal, I think, per Mark Ziegler's story in the UT today. They have not conceded a goal in the last waning minutes of a game if they have the lead. And a lot of this, more than anything else, guys, as I've said, though, is a lot of the offensive attacking when it comes to, Jack Sandmeyer, who had the goal, again, had a bit of a revenge game playing UC Davis last week. On top of all this, guys like Sammy Kanan, Cesar Bahena, who, again, has, you'll see here in the highlight coming up here soon, the goal that wins the game for them, early second half or coming up here very shortly. But and here's that goal as Tony's kind of fingering through the highlights again. Like that's been the story of USD's year, guys, all season is just goals from long range away, and they find a way in. Now you can call it lucky breaks or what have you, but this team has just had a knack though of going, top shelf, top corner all season from this far away. And I've been, on the PA side in stadium. I've called a couple games on ESPN Plus. And Brian Quinn, legendary soccer's player here, everyone in town knows him. What he has done, though, in his time as the head coach, taking over for Seamus McFadden, has just been undeniable. Again, they've won 3 straight titles in the conference. And this team, again, has just really found ways to win games in different ways. But also, I think, guys, maybe my long tangent here, though, how, though, does a conference pick the defending back-to-back champions as the 3rd best team in the WCC? I don't want to hear about Oregon State coming in or Wazoo coming in because of the Pac-12 blowing up. I think we all know that you don't bet against the champs when they're, with what they're doing and how they have played over the course of their seasons. And again, they've been getting contributions top to bottom, 1 through 30 on the roster. And again, this is a team, guys, picked 3rd. Oregon State, 4 first place votes. Portland, 2 first place votes. San Diego, 2 first place votes. LMU had the other first place votes. And I think this team was pretty motivated. Them going out, though, losing a heartbreaker last year to California Baptist when they were, in fact, hosting round 1 last season. That penalty kick shootout went, 9-10 rounds deep. It was just a heartbreaking way to lose. So I think having that factor, then having the factor, too, of like, okay, you've won back-to-back. Let the Beavers win it. Let somebody else win it. And the Jack Sandmeyer goal right here, Josh Martinez makes this whole play happen with that beautiful corner kick. And then Jack heads it again, somewhat top shelf. And again, you see the dejection, the dejection on the goalkeeper's reaction for Duke. And again, this same exact San Diego team, guys, played a ranked Duke team, their first home match of the year, and tied them 2-2. And it was, due to the fact maybe Simon Deuce Mueller scores a game-tying penalty kick. They were in the game for a long time. They went up 1-0. They fell behind 2-1, and they kept pressing forward. And then were finally able to, crack through and tie the match. But now more than anything else, though, Abe and Tony and Chiva, Sweet 16 for the second time in 10 years, roughly, and only the second time in like 31 years that they're going to the Sweet 16. Not just that, the guys, they're at home on Sunday. So you don't have to fly back to Vermont to play the Catamounts coming up. They knocked off Hofstra, who was ranked 7th in the nation in that, or in the other matchup again, where they knocked out Hofstra. So more than anything else, again, guys, home cooking on Sunday. Yeah, they've had a couple losses at home, but this team, man, plays really well at home. And not just that, they've had 2 really great crowds. When they beat Oregon State earlier this year, they had a great crowd for their final home regular season match, and a great crowd as well when they, in fact, knocked off UC Davis at home last week as well.
What a guy. I mean, just an absolute machine that you are. Just having this knowledge and this recall.
Like, this is sick, man. I can hear you talk all day.
This is something that gets overlooked a lot in terms of what's actually happening in the city. And people are paying attention throughout the seasons of these teams, throughout the development of these players, these individuals. You talked about Jack Sandmeyer. We've called his games for SD Internacional, a UPSL side.
We've seen him score goals like that before in the UPSL.
He has it, and a lot of local talent, a lot of talent that has been doing it here. And it's really cool to see the fact that at the end of the day, these kids are going to have a chance. I say kids. Yeah, I said kids.
They're college kids. It qualifies. They're college kids.
These dudes, these bros, have a chance to do something that's
a good way to put it too.
Incredibly special. And it's at home. I was there for the UC Davis game. Man, it felt so cozy. It felt so good being there. I miss Torero so much. I know there was actual some participation from the locals, some of the supporter groups as well, just kind of coming out and making it feel like, like old times. I'll just say that at Torero Stadium. And a lot of the community also came out. I wasn't expecting so much of the community to be there. I ran into a lot of Albion players, a lot of Albion brass, because they have players as well that play at USD, and they're also incredibly proud of what's happening there. It's at home. That's the thing. It's at home. There are tickets available. I do believe that if you got a special email, there may be a chance for discounted tickets. Go ahead and hit me up. I think I'll be able to help out. I don't know if I'm kind of dipping into something I shouldn't count, but you know what? Be there. I think that's the key.
They're like, I went online, just regular tickets were only like $12 or something. So like,
Yeah.
if you can go,
Out on a Sunday,
I'm gonna be there on Sunday. Like that sounds like wonderful. Sweet 16 too, and like the NCAA tournament. This is a big deal, and I can't
100%.
wait to see what's happening.
And Callum, obviously, you're following this team from the very start. What do you think, man? Do they have a shot winning it all?
You know, I think, Chiva, as the bracket goes on and you start seeing more and more upsets again, like, you know, Vermont, for example, pulled off their own upset, knocking off Hofstra. They were 7th ranked in the bracket. Duke was 10, and San Diego knocked them out 1-0. Really, they could have won both games against Duke. And you think about it, again, Duke was 20th entering the first match of the year that USD played at home, and they got a tie out of it, 2-2. When, again, as I mentioned, Simon Deuce-Mueller converted a penalty kick in the dying minute or two of regulation time to salvage the point for San Diego over Duke back on August 22nd. But, you know, I think you always have a chance. And I think if you talk to Ethan Warren, you talk to Sammy Kanan, you talk to Cesar Bahena, they have long believed that they have what it takes to get to the College Cup final. You know, as the bracket plays out, again, there's been upsets. Like I said, Hofstra losing to Vermont, USD knocking out Duke. You know, anything's possible when you get to March Madness, you get to the College Cup tournament, that anyone's capable of being anybody. And, you know, the West Coast Conference beating the almighty ACC, you know, that just kind of proves, you know, that we deserve to be there. I mean, if you looked at the bracket, as kind of alluding to here, you know, Dayton knocks out Michigan, SMU beat Washington, USD tied Washington earlier this season at, you know, in San Diego back in early September, you know, and then Marshall, of course, beats Furman, UMKC beats Missouri State. So, I mean, if you get past this game, we're looking at either Kansas City or Pitt being your next potential opponent. Again, that will come down probably to, you know, records. Again, that's how it came down to San Diego getting the home game, 15-win team versus a 13-win team in Vermont. So the Catamounts come to San Diego as opposed to us going to playing up in Vermont, in Burlington, on Saturday or Sunday. But, you know, that you always want to think you have a shot. And I think if more higher seed teams start falling, more of these like Cinderella teams, San Diego, Vermont, UMKC, you know, maybe some of the other upper echelon teams, like they can go the distance. But I think if you talk to any player wearing that Torero blue in that locker room, and you talk to Coach Quinn, you talk to those players, they'll tell you one match at a time, but deep down, they're like, you know, we got a shot. Like we need to go all the way, it feels like. So I think, like I said, they'll like prove again. You know, I always love hashtagging San Diego versus San Diego versus everybody. Like, again, coming off the loss last season, you know, heartbreaking penalty kick loss. And then this year picked third, you know, not even getting any due diligence, you know, to be the number one team in the West Coast Conference. And this team, again, 15-win season. I think they finished the year with 13 wins in the regular season, and they clinched the conference title, the final match of the year at LMU. And again, this team has a knack for scoring, you know, from distance, obviously, but also a knack for keeping teams, you know, 2 goals or under. You know, I'm looking through the schedule, guys. No team scored more than 2 goals on them in the entire campaign. There's a 2-2 tie. There's a 1-1 tie, a 2-1 win. There's a 4-2 win. There's a 8-1 win over Lipscomb earlier in the year at home. That was absolutely crazy. There was a hat trick and a bunch of other, you know, goals. But again, San Diego just does not allow a lot of opportunities, you know, at goal. And again, I believe the stat I saw in the UT today, 13 of their 19 matches have been 12 or 2 goals or under that they've conceded. So again, defense, again, Brian Quinn, known for his defense when he played for the Sockers back in the day as a midfielder, and then, you know, all the work that he's done. Again, this team just has like almost every intangible you can think of. This team seems to have at their disposal. Again, Coach Quinn got Coach of the Year in the WCC, multiple players across, you know, first team, second team, academic team, players, you know, players of the week across the board. You know, arguably, probably, and I think Brian or Coach Quinn might perhaps agree that this might be one of the better teams that he's had in his time at USD.
And let me tell you, too, he is sharp at the tack. He's still got it. Coach Quinn saw him play at Front Wave Arena for a couple minutes. Like,
yes,
you know,
I was there for that, too. That was incredible.
He still got it, showing the guys some moves as well. And I mean, it's a unit, and you can really tell after that victory against UC Davis, as the players came up, it was really heartwarming just seeing everybody just be so proud of the boys coming up, and then being proud of Coach Quinn, and just job not done. That's exactly the sense that I got from this team, and admittedly not having watched a lot of USD games, and even in person. Immediately, I felt exactly like that, and you can tell something is brewing, something special. So, Callan, what do you say to people to get out there? Like, what's your pitch? What's like you just kind of get people, put them against the wall, and be like, hey, what are you doing this day? I need you to go.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I do want to thank, the locals and the SDISU for coming out. It really means a lot. I've been trying my best away from announcing to help, drum up support. Because, guys, and this is something that was actually talked about. I'm also part of a newly launched fan engagement committee for Torero Athletics. And we've been, picking the brains of, faculty, students, alumni, the boosters, and even our own athletic department coworkers. What can we do to make Torero Athletics, bigger and better, kind of not trying to recreate the wheel of like when, for example, our basketball teams had their runs in the early 2000s when the Jenny Craig Pavilion first opened. And, me being a lifelong supporter of USD, one of my aunts was the longtime athletic trainer there for 40 years. I've had great memories. Now I work at the university. I've been there for 7 years. And it's just more like, we don't want to be San Diego State. We don't want to be UCSD. We want to be ourselves. And I think that when something like this happens and then now the community gets behind it, and I think you all agree, all of us on this podcast agree about supporting local soccer. That's been my main pitch is, yes, we have MLS coming here next season. The Sockers are opening up their new arena in a couple of weeks in Oceanside. Again, let's get behind local soccer. Let's get behind a team who at one point was the third-ranked team in all of men's college soccer in the top 25. They were 25. They were 21. They were at 11 at one point. They went all the way to 3. They fell back to 4. They got back to 3. I think they finished the year in the top 25. So they will be in the top 25 come the 2025 season. And, not just that, like Tony said, you come back to Torero Stadium, maybe have some great memories of your time, coming to support Loyal or the Wave when they played there in 2022. But I think, though, just giving these guys, and like Tony and Chiva and Abe also said, is a lot of these kids are homegrown, like Jack Sandmeyers of the world and Sammy Canons of the world and, Cesar Behenas of the world. A lot of these guys are local San Diego kids. And I think that's also, guys, the beauty about Torero Athletics is we don't have to like hide behind being called State or UC San Diego. We get to be the University of San Diego. Like there's a great pride that I've had talking to athletes on our campus who like it's an honor just to have to wear San Diego. Don't have to wear State or UC in front of it. Like we can just be ourselves and just be San Diego. But again, hey, this is a Sweet 16 team. The game's on Sunday, December 1st at 5 o'clock against Vermont. Again, both teams pulled off upsets. My main selling pitch is come out, be loud, and again, let's support local soccer. Let's get behind the soccer community here in San Diego, and let's get behind, one of our greats, one of our soccer legends in Brian Quinn, who's leading his team hopefully into the Elite Eight coming up fairly soon. And more than anything else, come out and have a great time. And once again, let's get ready for, what is coming in February of 25, up in Los Angeles first, and then, at Snapdragon coming up in March against St. Louis.
Yeah, that is wonderful. I can't wait to go. I think tournament style soccer is honestly some of the best soccer you can watch too. It's win or die for each team. Yeah. So no matter what, you're gonna see a good game. Even defensive games and tournament games are good because you just know like someone's just dying. There's so much tension and just need to like get that ball in the back of the net. So and hearing him talk about USD, hearing Callan talk about this solid defensive style that you can have, it's just going to be a wonderful game. I'm so excited.
There's an element that it changes the whole way to play the game that is not in the professional game. Just like it was when you have another substitution instead of 3, it just fundamentally changes everything.
Yeah, without a doubt.
The timer goes reverse. So when you're talking about defending, like there is that I will put my life on the line
knowing that
defending
there's a second left.
because I'm going to be the one that's going to get this ball booted out, and there's no ball boy in the world that can get that ball back in 5 seconds.
Especially in our stadium, that's for sure.
That is
If you know Torero very well, you know all about it.
absolutely. And so it's just that urgency that happens with knowing that there's a clock going backwards. You can't really, time waste if you're down, and if you are up, there are some dark arts that you can dive into, but at the end of the day, like that's part of the game. But that's an added layer that, if you want something different, go ahead and just watch those close games are just some of the most exciting that I've seen. And watching that Davis game again, like, it got intense. The referees let the kids play. They go in hard. Like, it's an intense match. If you like soccer, if you like the game, just take a look. NUSD is a fantastic place to take in soccer.
And I mean, if you were a supporter of San Diego Loyal or anything, you're gonna get that nostalgia, right, of watching soccer back at Torero, and it's a playoff game. If you were at that UC Davis, you saw a playoff win at Torero Stadium. So now you get to maybe see one.
Oh man, too soon, Mr. Tiva. Too soon. Still too soon. Still too soon.
I love that. All right, so be there. You will obviously be there, Callan, because again, you are one of the voices of San Diego sports. You and your trade have been just polished, and we're proud to have you as a San Diegan as well. Callan, is there anything that you have coming up?
I mean, there's other events going on, college basketball, AHL hockey, but I'm kind of looking forward, for this being a soccer podcast. I'm looking forward to Sunday. And again, Sweet 16, like Abe said, this doesn't come around every day. We're a program in your backyard is, making a run, three-peating in the conference, and now going into the, into round 3. Again, Sweet 16 coming up on Sunday. And not just that, again, 2 teams who pulled off upsets. It was supposed to be Duke and Hofstra in round 3, but yet it's going to be San Diego playing Vermont. So it should be a great night. And again, we hope that you all can come out and support Torero Athletics and support USD men's soccer. And again, support, a soccer legend in Brian Quinn, and also support all the kids, again, homegrown talent. And again, support a team who's got San Diego across the front of their jerseys.
And Callum, before we let you go, I do have one more question. And it's just kind of tying back with SDFC. I know you're a member of the 18th Battalion. What's one thing you're looking for the SDFC kid that will be releasing in a couple weeks?
Man, I haven't given it much thought just because I've been going so many miles an hour with, USD and Gulls hockey. I mean, I'm eager to see, it's like you guys said, though, you only can do it once. And I think we might even see, like, how I think in the World Cup they put, like, Team USA versus whoever at the stadium. Like, I think they'll probably do that for the first 2 games at Carson and then at Snapdragon. I mean, I think I wrote in once a while back and maybe got a little bit of flack about saying, I don't care what the logo looks like. If it says San Diego, the team has my support as a born and raised San Diego native of 30 years from living in PB up here to the, the hillsides of Linda Vista. If it's San Diego, they get my full support. But I'm thinking like some navy blue at home for sure, and probably some chrome accents, maybe some other colors from the palette will be used. I'm thinking, honestly, though, I would like a white kid on the road. Why not a chrome kid on the road? That'd be pretty sweet. Chrome would be pretty cool on the road.
A reflective kit that just is an enhancement.
Yeah, I mean, if the logo, if the crest looks like a lowrider hubcap, or I think it more looks like a Native American basket courtesy of Saquon, since they're part of the ownership group. That's what I more think of it as. And plus, they're going to get my support. They have the same birth date as me, May 18th. So there you go.
Oh,
there we go.
There you
go.
I like that. Well,
I know. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's also great that, all the years, though, of San Diego supporting soccer, I mean, just like a cool little sidebar thing. And if Jerry's watching, if DK's watching, though I'm not with the organization, I'm working on a cool little like supporters group video ad just because I've had like some time. So I think you'll enjoy it when I get around to doing it, though. I've already written out the script about what I'm going to say when it comes to it to help like drum up more support, like as a, just as a thank you, I guess, but more just, freelancing to help out all the supporter groups, not just the battalion, but all the groups that are going to be a part of it. Yeah, I'm going to try to get out there as often as I can. Again, just with my work schedule, there's going to be days I can't make it out to games, but other than that, I like chrome on the road more than white. Maybe, you know, like the Padres have their brown and their beige on the road. Let's kind of break tradition and go chrome on the road and navy blue at home. I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to do.
All right.
I like that.
I like that.
I like
too,
that a lot,
actually.
actually.
Good idea.
Let's grab that attention on away games.
Yeah, and there will be a third kit in the middle of the season as well. So
That's cool.
That'll be interesting.
that one will be the interesting one. I've seen some cool third kits out there in the MLS. I'm not gonna lie. The LAFC brown.
The smoke trail. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I mean, I hate to say it, I kind of like the Galaxy going back to the 96 look with their third kits. Like that is pretty cool, pretty nostalgic, you know, but I mean, I think we'll have some originality when it comes to all the kits that SDFC will be making. So we'll see. I'm eager to see it, though. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun here.
And you'll be there on March 1st at Snapdragon Stadium for the first ever home match of SDFC, as you're saying. And alluding, Galaxy will be the first opponent away in Carson. So excited for that, Callan. I really appreciate your time, and I really appreciate you coming in. If there's anything else that we can ever help with San Diego soccer or USD soccer as well, this is the place. This is the home. Please let us know, and let's chat it up, because this has been fantastic.
Oh, of course. And USD Athletics wanted me to pass along a thank you to everyone who did come out from the supporters groups. I kind of told them, hey, you can thank me for, giving you the plug and the information to the right people. But no, apparently they had a long list of contacts who were wave or loyal season seat holders at Torero, and they kind of just gave a link to everybody out there. But again, please come out if you can on Sunday. I think Procrastinating Puma asked if I was doing PA for the Soccers this year. Sadly, Puma, I cannot. Due to the fact of my work schedule with hockey being down in the city, the hike up to Oceanside. I did, though, and Tony knows, I was able to do that fan club game at Front Wave, which was cool to kind of break in the new building. But I plan on coming to some games, though, as a fan, so I'm not fully done with the Soccers. I'll be coming up whenever I have time. But again, just picking and choosing. When in fact the schedule would line up. I just didn't want to be put into a box like, oh, you have to pick this, you have to pick this. Like, no, I'd rather have more free range of motion to do it. And I thank you all very much for the chance to come on and chat things up. And and I, Tony and Chiva, I plan to see you guys hopefully at the Snapdragon event. I RSVP'd for both the 13th in the evening and for the event at the stadium. So I'll hopefully see you guys there. For sure, man.
It's going to be a great time. No, yeah, there's exciting this next month. In every sense at work for us in soccer SDFC realm. I'm telling everybody, the month of December and January,
they're going to be big.
Do not exist. They don't exist. They're a fragment of our imagination, because we're going to time travel. It's going to be February. Yeah. Those 2 months are just not going to happen. Like, it's just going to be bye.
I mean, literally when December 1st hits and we have USD play Vermont, because I have all the other dates in my calendar for SDFC, expansion draft, the college showcase, the drafts are going on. Like, it gets really real as the next, to Tony's point. But yeah, I mean, if you guys need a guy to come out of the bullpen, you can call on Sunday at the Snap in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. I mean, you've done it for the Angels. You are ready to go. You're the man, Callan, and you're true San Diegan, and happy that you're representing the city as you do, Callan. Thank you. Where can people find you at?
You can find me on your favorite social platforms at Callan Mac Sports, CALLANMAC Sports. There's plenty of content there with what I do for a living, and plenty of dog pictures too, if you enjoy dog photos. So. My trips to Disneyland, my trips to Knott's Berry Farm, whatever else you want, you can find them on there.
I love it. 100%. With that said, Callan, thank you for joining us. We have a live $20,000 soccer tournament draft, a draw that we're going to do somehow. Like, this is so cool. Welcome back, Abe. This is what football is.
You guys have a great night. Thanks again.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
Take it easy. Hope to see you guys Sunday.
Got it. Thank you.
Talk about a real sports broadcaster voice. My
goodness.
That's music to my ears. I was just touched. I was like, why do I have to listen to these two guys talk?
I don't blame
talk
you.
All day. That was awesome.
I don't blame you, because I can't be compared to that. Yeah, are you kidding me?
It's just real, just radio voice. That is like, oh,
natural.
I need to get that. I need to work on that. That was so cool.
Try it.
No, I'm not I need to practice a little bit before I
start saying it in Japanese.
Konnichiwa. No.
Konnichiwa. Watashi wa se. Anyway.
Hi.
All right.
I mean, yes.
Ohio.
All right. We have a big thing happening right now.
Yes, we do. So with that, again, we're going to go ahead and retouch on SDFC. Juan Mata coming in. We have the interview. We interviewed, Chiba and I interviewed Juan Mata back in April when he was here in San Diego. And we asked him about the prospect of this team that's coming in. What are your thoughts on Right to Dream? So he was pretty honest about that. Turns out he's going to be a part owner of SDFC, the only active player that is an owner in the MLS since David Beckham. But with that is going to be shelf tabled right here because that is going to be a point of a lot of discussion, but as well as soccer in San Diego happening elsewhere in the North County. There's soccer happening everywhere, and it's incredible. There's the quality and the different levels of it. I might be starting to play soccer back again. No, I'm kidding. It's nice to see you play soccer. I still
Yeah.
We do. We need to go shoot around.
Yeah, I played soccer in Japan. Actually destroyed some little kids.
Did you really?
Oh,
No, I
little
didn't.
kids.
So what was funny, I did see I was in the Tokyo Tower. I hadn't seen a soccer field, and then I finally, from that like huge tower, I just looked down and saw like a pitch at like 9 o'clock, lights on, people playing on top. It was really nice. But no, I didn't get to play. I'm not great at playing anymore. Maybe I am. I don't know. We got to see.
Oh, you were great at one point?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I was great in the AYSO.
All right. That counts. All right. But you know what's not AYSO?
Tranquilo. Not yet. We're gonna wait a little bit for the actual time. But in any case, I want to show my highlight again. No, I'm kidding. Are you guys excited for soccer coming up? Like it's a lot. It's a lot.
I enjoyed my break from soccer. But in my travels, I just didn't really watch that much, and it was kind of nice just to not have that week by week thing. But I miss it. It's fun. It's 90 minutes of just entertainment. It's kicking a ball around. It's very simple. Something beautiful about just the simplicity of kicking a ball around.
What is your status with covering SDFC? I know we've talked about this a little bit.
I think I'm going to, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can they expect articles?
Yeah. Articles, stuff like that, writings, columns. Who's going to be the next signings? Maybe I don't know much about MLS still. I've watched enough back in the day, but I still don't think I'm very knowledgeable. But we're going to learn all together once SDFC gets here, and we'll be watching, we'll be covering, we'll be interviewing players. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of information and a lot of fun.
Perfect there. And yeah, sounds romantic. I think to know about Luis, actually, he's your admirer. He's also recently been to Japan. So there you go. Something you can talk about. All right.
You should go to Japan. It's cool.
I'm so down to do that. Take me next time. So, all right. With that said, we're going to go ahead and move into our setup at San Diego, where we talk with people in the community with soccer events happening around the city. So we're going to go ahead and start here because there is a tournament that is happening. We've been asked to be part of the draw to put these teams into their groups, three respective groups, 3 groups of 4. But this is El Zarape de San Diego. All right, and we're going to go ahead and welcome from the tournament named Copa Escondido, the weird and powerful Alex Garcia. Alex, how are you, my friend?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
We are good. So,
can you hear me? Everything good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good to go, man. So we have had a couple conversations with the tournament that you've been help putting together. This is going to be happening here in North County, Copa Escondido, where there is a prize. And whenever you attach a prize to a tournament, especially here in San Diego, you're going to get some ballers out and you're going to get some high competition. Alex, is that what we're expecting with this tournament?
Dude, that's what we're expecting, man. I mean, I've been hearing names like, I don't want to say names. I mean, we shared a couple, but ex-MLS players, ex-Chivas players coming out. You know, it's a lot of local talent too, man. I mean, we see, like you mentioned earlier in the live, I mean, we've seen a lot of great talent in the UPSL and local leagues, everything, man. So we expect everything out there to be this weekend.
And with that said, this is going to be a giant tournament here. It was announced over on Instagram that ¿dónde se fue? Ahí está. Escondido men's 11v11, $20,000 prize. And so this is going to be happening, and some teams have already been confirmed, and it's been locked. There is going to be 12 teams that are going to be divided up into 3 groups of 4. We'll go over the rules. Do we want to go over the rules a little bit first, Alex, or do we want to go to the draw?
It's up to you guys. What do you guys think? I mean, a lot of people.
We could use some rules check-ins.
Okay,
Understand what it's gonna be like.
Yeah, because this is something that needs to go ahead and be the base of it. So with that, we want to make sure that everybody is caught up with this. So the Copa Escondido rules are going to be as follows. If that's you good with that, Alex?
Yep, let's do it.
Perfect. All right. So the Copa 2024 Escondido men's 11v11. Here are the rules. 22 free players on the roster. All players must check in on Saturday, 1 hour prior to the first game, $100 per player after the 22. A player must be present in the group stage to be able to play in the finals. No exceptions. He must check himself in on Saturday. Coaches cannot let them check in. Para que no haga cachirules. Para que no haga trampa. Para que no haga, how would you say it? Dark magic, Alex?
Exactly, man. That's the best way to explain it.
Love that. Teams are responsible for their fans. So any tíos, tías, la barra, quien venga, que haga lo que haga, just keep it safe. Just make sure that you're keeping your head, but you are responsible for the people that you bring. Fighting will result in automatic player or team disqualification and removal from property.
Can I say something to that?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, the way we're going to handle it is if a player gets in a fight with another player of another team and it's just them, those 2 players are going to be removed. They're going to be disqualified. But if there's like a team brawl or something, then everyone's getting kicked out. That's pretty much it. No fighting. We're not going to tolerate it. So that being said, let's move on.
Yeah,
Let's focus on soccer. Come on.
Yeah.
Like no fighting, guys. Come on.
100%. All right. 2 30-minute halves per game. 2 yellows will result. Yes.
Oh, no.
Got it. 2 yellows will result in a 1-game suspension. A straight red will result in 2-game suspension. All FIFA rules apply. Great blanket rule. Go read el reglamento. Si estás jugando por lana, sabes de las reglas. Like, make sure you abide by that. Tiebreakers will be in the order head-to-head. The team with the most points in head-to-head games finishes higher. So make sure you have this in mind. If you're the coach, if you're the team, keep this in mind. Aquí está. Goal difference is then later after head-to-head. The difference between goals scored and conceded. The team with the highest goal difference finishes higher after that. Goal scored. The team with the highest number of goals scored finishes higher. A tie in the group stage will result in 3 penalty shootouts to define a winner. Winner takes 3 points. A tie in the final stage will result in 2 10-minute halves and penalty shootouts if no winner is decided in extra time. The teams will have unlimited number of substitutions, but a player can't re-enter after being subbed out. Anything there with that one, Alex?
No, that's it. I mean, it's pretty plain and simple. You can make as many subs if you take, if you take 12 players, you have 2 subs, 1 sub, whatever, it is what it is, but they cannot go back in. That's the main rule. So puedes hacer, si tú llevas 26, 27 jugadores, puedes hacer los cambios que tú quieras, pero no puede entrar. Nomás para la gente que habla español. Hay que dejar eso claro. No pueden entrar otra vez.
Perfecto. Y si tienen preguntas en español, pues se habla español. Aquí está el Alex. Aquí está. And you can go ahead and hit him up. Hey, ¿qué pasó? Que no me dio claro. El inglés sin barreras no me llegó. Que no sé qué. Aquí está. There will be no changing of the rules on the day of the tournament. No se van a cambiar las reglas para nada en el día del torneo. This way, there's no arguing or problems para que no haya broncas en el día on the day of. And please read and understand that the rules. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you. Good luck. Please read all the rules. I like that. That's the last thing. Please read all the rules. Si llegaste al fin y dices, please read all rules, está en rojo. Go read it again. Google Translate.
Luego hay bronca que no nos dijeron que esto y lo otro, y siempre, nunca falla que haya un desacuerdo on the field in front of everybody. Y quién se mira mal, los organizadores, y siempre salimos mal nosotros. Así que por eso le estoy mandando a todos the rules, read them, memorize them, and that's how we're going to play, no matter what.
Perfect. All
so
right.
then it's going to be 3 groups of 4, and then top 2 of each group advance, and then best third places, I'm assuming. 2 third places. Gotcha.
Exactly.
That is correct. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and look at some of the teams that are coming in for this event. So there are 12 teams. And like you said, 3 groups of 4. In no particular order, these are the teams. Boca Juniors. You have Deportivo Llanos, Deportivo Alicia. We've seen them in the Chrome Ball Tour, I believe. Mesoamérica San Carlos. Ayúdame. Chiriaco Cádiz. SD Ballers Rosario, Lara FC, Jasmine Texaco, Cochos, JC Strikers, Vast FC, y Yoga Bonito are the 12 teams. So, without further ado, we move into the draws here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So,
Marcos quedó mal.
Está bien. Hey, te espera está Alex. Aquí estás. All right. So, what you're seeing here is the wheel that has been randomized. All 12 teams are here. Give me a number 1 through 5, Abe.
8.
8 is not in between 5, but I'll do it 8 times. I will randomize this 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All teams are there. So what we will do is have, let's see.
Para que no digan que haya mano negra, ahí está.
Exactamente. Todo está aquí. And then what you will see as well, let's see, is that the groups will be placed here. Group A, Group B, and Group C. Everything seems fine, guys. Gentlemen, todo bien. Neta, lo hice aquí el último minuto y a ver si me salió.
Hey, no. First of all, hey, thanks to you guys for helping us out with this, man. It really means a lot, and getting involved in everything football in San Diego, bro. Like, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for putting a tournament like this. Obviously, it's a big deal. I mean, a lot of people, I think I have some people that have told me, yeah, we're going to play in this tournament. Like, this is sick. Like, so, I mean, best of luck to anyone participating in this. And I mean, we'll see what the group stage looks like. All right. Group stages is going to be set. The first team in Group A will be selected here. First team in Group A will be Mesoamérica.
Mesoamérica San Carlos.
Me lo leyó. All right.
Mesoamérica San Carlos.
So Mesoamérica San Carlos right here is no longer on the wheel, and we're going to go ahead and place them right there. All right. Next team up, and as you can see, I'm going to keep the concurrence right there. Aquí están listos. Siguiente is going to be for first in Group B. First in Group B, Chiriaco Cádiz.
Chiriaco Cádiz.
I love that, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Chiriaco Cádiz is team 1 of Group B. All right.
You can share the sheet with me if you want me to update it while you do the spin. Yeah, just
it's in the
folder.
Sheets.
Okay.
It's on sheets for us. All right, cool. The next person, the first team in Group C. First team in Group C is going to be Boca Juniors.
Boca Juniors.
Perfect. You got it?
Chivas
Yeah.
got it pulled up.
You guys
Mhm.
have Boca Juniors on there?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So this is kind of what we looked at right here. This is what
I'll make it
we are
bigger.
doing. Yeah, please make it bigger. The first team. So we're back over into Group A. The second team of Group A will be Vast FC.
11. Vast FC.
No se mira la wheel.
Yeah, you didn't put the wheel on. Just leave the wheel on.
Vast FC. Y si no me
Vast FC.
estuvieron, se escuchó.
Leave the wheel on and just
Yeah.
we'll have the sheet
Got it.
updated at the end.
Perfect. All right. That was Vast FC. Se escuchó. Vast FC. This is going to be the second team in Group B, en el Grupo B. B de Yoga Bonito, because the second team
Well,
in
Yoga
Group B
Bonito.
is Yoga Bonito.
Yo, can I say something about that group right now already?
Yeah.
So, a lot of the guys playing in Yoga Bonito are they're from the East Lake team, the UPSL,
All right.
LFC, right? So I think they went to round of 16 with Chiriaco in the national finals of UPSL, man. So there's the rematch right there.
I love
that's
that.
awesome.
Okay, built-in
Grupo de Muerte right there.
Grupo de Muerte right there. This is what we're looking at right now. Next is going to be the second team in Group C. Ya lo saqué, sí, ¿verdad?
Mhm.
Okay. The next group, the second group in Group C, is going to be Deportivo Alicia. Deportivo Alicia.
Deportivo Alicia.
Alicia. Como dice el gabacho. Alicia. Deportivo Alicia is the second team of the last group. All right. Here we go. Vamos bien con números, sí, ¿verdad?
Mhm.
Last group, or third
Third
team.
in Group A.
Third team of Group A, Cochos. Cochos.
Cautious.
Cachos.
Cachos? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. Next one is going to be the third team in Group B. Thank you. It'll be JC Strikers. JC Strikers.
10. JC Strikers.
All right. Eliminate them right there. We're down to the final four teams. Next team's going to
Getting
be
close.
Big. Jasmine Texaco.
Jasmine Texaco. Jasmine Texaco is in
Group C.
Group
Yep.
C.
Third team, Group C.
All right. And the final team in Group A, the fourth team in Group A, is going to be Deportivo Llanos. Or as
2. Deportivo Llanos.
oh, he said Llanos. He didn't say Llanos. Deportivo Llanos. Which means there are two teams left. Is going to be the second team of Group the last team in Group B. That's going to be SD Ballers Rosario.
6. SD Ballers
So
Rosario.
Lada FC will be the final team in Group C then?
Correct.
Is correct?
Y ahora sí, para que no digan, mira, para que vean.
Okay. I don't-
It still spins. They want to hear the voice del Gabacho. Lara FC.
7. Laird FC.
Lara FC.
Dice el Marcos que lo dejes entrar.
Pues no está. No está aquí.
I saw him there earlier.
Is he? All right. Have him come back in. Keep an eye on him. All right, cool. So that is the final team. And with that, we're going to go ahead and show you what the groups look like. Group A, Group B, and Group C for the $20,000 Copa Escondido tournament that's happening this weekend. These are your groups. Group A, Mesoamérica San Carlos, Vast FC, Cachos, Deportivo Llanos. Group B, Chicarco. Oh,
Chiriaco.
Chiriaco.
No, vato,
No,
estás bien
güey.
dormido,
No,
güey.
güey. Estoy
Chiriaco.
disléxico en español nomás.
Mm.
Yoga Bonito, JC Strikers, and SD Ballers Rosario is Group B. And then Group C is rounded out with Boca Juniors, Deportivo Alicia, Jasmine Texaco, and Lara FC. And that is what is happening here.
There's the Copa Esco groups. Alex, what do you think so far? What can you tell us about? I mean, you told us a little bit about Group B, but how excited are you to finally have the groups ready?
Damn, man, they're looking pretty even. I mean, looking pretty strong. I still got to keep with Group B, man. That esa rivalidad, Chiriaco and Yoga Bonito, I think is going to be good, man. It's going to be a good ass game, and there's a lot of teams. I mean, we got teams from LA, Coachella Valley, San Bernardino, I think JC Strikers, and then pues, todos los de San Diego. So it's going to be a good matchup, bro. I think it's one of the biggest tournaments with this prize money in San Diego ever. I don't want to say ever because, you know, but I think it is.
It's up there. It's up there for sure. I mean, $20,000. I mean, on the line for whoever wins this, it's a big deal, and you know you're gonna have great local talent and just talents from all over California in general, and just Southern California. So I mean, definitely go check it out whenever you're able to go watch one of these games. So I mean, Alex, is there anything else you can tell us about the tournament that people need to know?
No, I mean, we released a post, I think yesterday or so, that we were going to have a special guest, which is obviously we posted again today. San Diego FC will be there selling some merch. We're hoping for the supporter groups to also kind of get out there and show the people what the whole supporter culture is. And que hagan su desmadre como siempre, you know? But yeah, other than that, we expect a lot of youth teams out there. We got like 37 plus teams, youth teams going at it too.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the main event, bro. Everybody's been waiting for this right here. I mean, they've been texting me since 8:30 that what time it's gonna be, and they were all excited and shit. So,
hey, if you're here, subscribe. Like, ya que hicimos el favor, subscribe. No es cierto.
Tírenle un subscribe a those guys, man. Fucking cool ass guys, and like I said, thanks again for helping us out. Pinche Marcos me quedó mal, pero un paz, güey.
Marco, es que ya se está con esto, ya sí, que no sé qué, ya trae. Mira, al Marco ya no me lo ves así. Nah, he's a cool dude, man.
Cool dude, man. You know, me and him teníamos una rivalidad ahí en UPSO cuando él estaba con ADG y yo con él. Y así empezó, because Esco and San Diego have always had like a little rivalry going on, and that's how it kind of started, and that's how I met him. Pero al final del día, creo que los dos tuvimos el mismo interés, es to help the soccer community in San Diego grow in general. You know, not just in our section of the county, but in general everywhere. You know, put something like this together, man. It takes a lot of planning, and it's been crazy, but we got together and we both did it, man.
I love it. Congratulations, man, because this is going to be a fantastic event. Where in Escondido is this happening? Can people come and watch?
Yeah, so it's going to be at the Francis Ryan Park in Escondido. I mean, I think you have the flyer there. It's got the address right there, but Ryan Park, that is the park that it's going to host this event, man.
Francis Ryan Park in Escondido. Let's see, boom, right there. Es donde es. Yes, exactamente donde es. Let me share the screen right here. Boom. That it?
Cool.
All right. So with that, saludos a todos los que están aquí. Gusto de verlos haciendo lo que amamos. Así es. Hopefully people go out and support. No, el patrón. Pues, ¿patrón de quién? ¿Patrón de quién, vato? Mira, ¿sabes qué? SD Inter all the way. No, es cierto. No, man, I'm kidding. Hey,
Hey, SD, shout out to SD Inter. Didn't get through to the
no le hicieron,
UPSL
vato.
final,
No
losing against
pudieron.
Eastlake, but they are one game away from making the round of 32 of the U.S. Open Cup on December 8th at Mission Bay High School. So definitely check them out as well. Support local soccer, everyone.
It's happening here, everywhere. Alex, is there anything else for us tonight?
That's it. We went over the rules. Just one more thing. Para que no haya misunderstandings, no haya pleitos, no haya ningún desacuerdo ahí en la field. The playoffs are they're gonna be paired by seed, just so you guys know. Okay, that's typically how it is everywhere. It's 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, so on and so forth. So para que no luego digan, no, pues es que lo pusiste ahí con el más fácil, o aquí no, aquí honestamente no creo que haya equipos fáciles. La verdad, todos van a traer lo mejor y pues que gane el mejor.
I love that. Good competition. Is there quarterfinals or straight semis? Somebody's asking here in the chat.
No, it's going to be quarterfinals, semis, and final. So expect 3 games on Saturday and 3 games Sundays. It's going to be a long tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, I mean, you have to. Son 20,000 bolas, güey. Like, no son pesos tampoco.
No, pues hopefully you guys can make it out there. Pues a ver si la caen ahí ustedes. Sí.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely. See you guys there at the park up in North County. So Alex, thank you again for coming in. Thank you for the opportunity for this. Go ahead and clip this. Go ahead and put it on the Instagrams. Whoever is watching, please feel free to take it. But with that, thank you for coming in. Copa Escondido coming up. Thank you.
Have a good one, man. Wait, 20K? Whew. That's a lot of money.
Hey,
we should have made a team. We should have made a team and joined.
Yeah, see.
3 of us. Can we get even 11? I think it's at max 22 for free. So
1, 2. What do you play?
Center back.
No, you
Right
don't.
back
Valimos
sometimes.
madre, güey. No.
Right
You're RB?
I can do RB.
Oh, right bench. Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah,
right bench.
Let's stay as away from me because I will make you feel bad when I'm yelling at you.
Tony, you know my homie that's always at these tournaments, or my homie Cisco. I just hit him up. I was like, hey, dude, are you going to play in this tournament? He's like, yeah, man. Like, I was like, dude, check us out. Like, we're definitely doing. He's like, he's playing for SD Ballers, Group B, group of that. So I let him know, hey, dude, you have a tough group. So
yeah,
he said, this is what he said. We got it. Chiriaco will be the hardest.
Oh,
so no joke. Chiriaco is the real deal. SD Ball, he said that's the East Lake team, which is what Alex told us. I mean, he said they can beat them, and the JC Ballers as well. So we got San Diego Ballers against JC Ballers too. So that should be a good one.
Y se conocen,
strikers.
Y se conocen. They know everybody. Like they know each other. They've been playing throughout in all these different UPSL leagues and tournaments. They all know each other. So it's going to be a really good tournament. And hopefully this is more to come for later too. I know the plans were to expand this to women's side and youth side. So more local soccer, more soccer in San Diego. The more the merrier.
Look, man, San Diego's talented in soccer. I mean, there's a reason why they got the 3rd place in the ISFA Street World Cup, right? Representing in the world. Team USA representing from San Diego. So / Tijuana. So
I will leave this little nugget here. I am very much looking forward to the documentary because their SDFC sent a crew with the ISFA guys to Latvia.
Oh, where are you from? Tijuana.
From what I have my understanding, it's going to be worth everybody's time to watch that documentary.
Oh, that's going to be sick.
So,
I'm excited.
Look, SDFC, if there's something you work on in the next couple of days, I don't know if you got anything important the next month or two, but let's work on that package. But thank you once again, Alex, for coming on for that segment of the community. So bringing it on back. Bringing it on back to
SDFC. We kind of finished off with Juan Mata. Let's dive in a little bit more. Juan Mata, Chelsea legend, Man U legend.
He missed a penalty in the Champions League. I can't forgive him.
Yeah, he did. And we got to talk to him a couple months ago, Tony, when he came to San Diego to promote the Man U tour when Manchester United played Real Betis at Snapdragon Stadium. We got to meet him at a YMCA here in San Diego. But yeah, he has been announced as a part owner and being an active player as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do with that what you will, but I mean, to me, it kind of sounds like there's a chance that he could also be a player for San Diego FC.
Well, I mean, Abe, do you have any particular thoughts on this prospect of Mr. Juan Mata?
I expect it to be very similar to what the Manny Machados and the Jocos are of the world
Mhm.
to be to SDFC, kind of just there and being like, hey, look, we got someone cool. But I mean, if he's talking to players, I think there is a level of respect that comes with it, like legendary players like this,
Mhm.
that every player on SDFC is going to look at someone like this and kind of have to like at least go over and maybe shake his hand, get a little bit of that just learning. And if he is an owner, maybe we'll see him around San Diego more often. We'll be able to talk to him more. Maybe he'll be able to talk to some of the players if things are going well, things aren't going well. You know, you hear that a lot. I think in sports in general, whenever the legendary players come by, they always have to hear the stories, hear that little extra thing. They might see something that not everyone can see. So it could be really fascinating to see what someone like Juan Mata might bring. Even just such like a limited capacity, like it will be. Those little details and moments are always mean something to players.
Can you be an owner and also an active player in your team? Like play for the team that you partly own?
I've heard about player coaches. I've heard about. I don't think I've ever heard of owner player like actively.
Like, well, what is this? Say Juan Mata is signed as a player, and
Mhm.
then Mikey Varas doesn't start him one game. He's gonna say, "Dude, I'm your boss."
I mean, in a way, yeah. I mean, in a way, yes. But like, look, he was just playing in Japan.
Yeah.
He had been playing in Turkey in Galatasaray and won silverware over there as well. He's actually very beloved in Istanbul for being part of that team. But I don't know where his level would be right now. I mean, you also missed him barely in Japan. So, you know, he could have crossed paths there. Iniesta just retired from, he just retired from Japan. So it kind of tells you the level perhaps there. But it's an interesting move. We had a chance to interview Juan Mata while he was here in San Diego earlier in the year. So we did ask him about what he thought. This is before he was publicly an owner. He did visit the SDFC offices that day, from what I'm understanding from the sources that I got.
Global offices, you should say.
Correct.
In Little Italy.
The San Diego FC global offices. Still waiting on the second office for SDFC somewhere in the globe. I love that you were quick to that, actually.
Was it international or global? I might have messed that up. It was
no. Global is a word that they would use.
Okay.
They like it
That
because
does
it's
sound
very
like
like evil anti-Justice League, like the Global Alliance. Yeah, Marco Fabian is aquí. He's not going to play for STFC. Marco Fabian will not. Breaking news.
Nah, va a salir en otra novela antes. Primero.
Hey, está saliendo bien. You
So,
guys.
Tony,
Yes.
I mean, obviously with Juan Mata, like he's not, like you said, you don't know what level he is in, but I mean, it'll be cool to see him around. I mean, it is a name that grabs people's
Just around.
attention. It is a name that you see and you say, I like Juan Mata. I like this team now. You know, he's a player he's like a Mesut Ozil. He's hard to hate. Like I don't really know anyone that, I mean, you said you can't forgive him for missing a penalty, but there are those players that have some haters. Juan Mata's not one of those.
What you just said, Mesut Ozil doesn't have haters.
Mesut Ozil is a player that people just love. Like a Luka Modric. You hate Mesut Ozil. Why? Because he doesn't love the game, kind of like Carlos Vela and all that.
100%.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. That's valid. 100%. But he's a player that
he'd be better if he loved the game.
100%. He'd be one of the freaking greatest of all time.
Carlos Vela wouldn't have needed to go and take a break from the Mexican national team if he liked soccer, and he'd be better.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I mean, but still, like Juan Mata. Besides the point, Juan Mata is a player that, Juan Mata is a player that you just don't hate. Like he's a good guy, great player on the field. I mean, scored some bangers back in his day as well with Man U. So.
He did miss a penalty, but he also did assist the Didier Drogba corner.
He's also a World Cup winner. So.
He was the World Cup winner, Champions League winner, and Europa League winner in the same at the
Creo
same
que no
time.
jugó en la final, pero.
He didn't, which is fine, but he did better than you, and me.
I mean, we played the same amount of minutes in the World Cup final.
All right. So, do we think we should play some Juan Mata audio from this interview? It wasn't a long interview, but this is.
I think there's a part of it. I'm gonna test you. You're usually very good at finding certain parts of the interview. This one might be hard, but I know he talked about Right to Dream, and we shared that on social media as well. But yeah, you can play some of it.
All right. Let's. All right. Juan Mata on 2 balls and a mic. 1, 2, 3.
What's your opinion on the MLS as a league in general? You know, bringing big things like Messi, Suarez,
That's
and Miami, and just the direction that the league is heading. What's your opinion overall on the MLS?
Mata can still play. Come on,
Mata can still play. You can join the team.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we all agree that it's really growing, and not only by bringing the best players like Messi, and of course with the World Cup coming, with the FIFA World Cup also being played in the States. I think it's a great time to be in the United States if you love football, if you love soccer, as a player, as a fan. So yeah, I think the next years are very promising and bright for this country in football. And so yeah, maybe it's a good option on a personal level.
You know, it's going to make a lot of people excited here in San Diego. Just hearing that it can be an option. It's a wonderful city. What are you looking forward to in San Diego? I mean, this is America's finest city. I know you heard you were going to go to the Wave or Padres game. Is this a full schedule for you coming up and going to the hospitals? Is there any downtime for Juan to kind of relax and stuff?
Yes. I mean, these days are pretty busy and we're doing a lot of fantastic things. And then I will take some days with my family, which is coming over. So we'll have some downtime to enjoy and visit different places. But it's great. I've always tried to get to know the history and the heritage of the places that I am. And so with the history of San Diego and everything around, it's just a very special place of the world with also Mexico and the culture. So yes, at the moment it's very busy, but doing great things with the community and visiting, like you said, soccer camps and hospitals and the games from different sports. So it's just fantastic opportunity to actually represent the game, but also get to know San Diego and their culture.
Love it.
And what do you hope to see at the San Diego Wave game? Obviously, San Diego Wave, arguably one of the best teams in this nation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you won't get to see the legendary Alex Morgan due to an injury, but what are you excited to see about the game here at Snapdragon?
Well, first I am excited to see Casey Stoney, which I know very well from her Manchester United times. But then I just want to feel the atmosphere. I know that, of course, they are one of the best teams in the country, hence in the world, and they have a great level of players. So I'm just really looking forward to enjoy the game, to meet them, and especially to feel the atmosphere in that fantastic stadium, which the Man United game will be played, the Snapdragon Stadium, and that will hold the Snapdragon Cup.
And then one last question in English, and we'll switch it to Spanish. Is Juan, are we ever going to see the return of your blogs? Those on your website is
Did you like them?
Oh, I was there every single day it dropped. I really enjoyed those.
Okay, maybe that you like it now. Maybe I think about coming back to it. It was a good way to express myself, to communicate with whoever wanted to read them, and to try to share a little bit the story of a football player and your feelings after the game, during the week. And yeah, I loved it. I stopped it because I had many other things to do, but maybe in the future it's a good way also of expressing yourself. So thank you for your words, and if I come back, hopefully you still like it.
Yeah, absolutely. JuanMata8.com, and you can search 1 hour behind. That's the name of the blog. Fantastic. And we'll switch it into Spanish right now. And that's exactly what we did. We did switch it to Spanish.
Yeah, we did.
We can have that. That's episode 222 of 2 Balls and a Mic, where we had that. We had what an episode. We had 2 World Cup winners. We had Shannon McMillan and Juan Mata in the same episode.
Peak San Diego football. Peak 2 Balls and a Mic.
Wow.
Now we have Abe.
Yeah,
which is even better.
No,
What?
I'm not better than Shannon McMillan. I'm sorry.
You're better than Juan Mata.
Still.
He
Shannon
didn't say
McMillan.
no.
No, I'm not better than Juan Mata.
Yeah, you're better than everyone, Abe.
I mean,
Yeah, so I mean, Juan Mata joining SDFC obviously is going to be a big thing. He's probably going to be at that Chrome Ball tour in Snapdragon.
I mean, maybe. Yeah,
Like-
well, I mean, it's not like he's in the
Or
off season.
like at the kit reveal.
Marcus Invarsen and Yepes Verskov have played their final game
Mhm.
at FC Northland this last weekend. Milanilovsky, who, guys, come on.
Former Orange County.
Former Orange County local product who happened to go to FC Northland.
It's gonna happen.
You know, he scored
He
in
did.
this final game, so he scored his third goal in the year for FC Northland, and that's what's going to be coming in more than likely into San Diego, injecting some. Oh, I just saw that. My bad.
Yeah.
20
20 minutes ago.
Oh, well,
okay.
you guys should have said something. Anyway,
I didn't see it either. It was 5 minutes ago. Don't worry. Abe got to go to the bathroom, so yeah, put you on the spot, Abe.
Sometimes it happens, guys. If you have to go to the bathroom, go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tony
okay.
used to
No,
go a
100%.
lot. To the
You know what's
bathroom
really cool
before.
about Japan? There's bathrooms everywhere. They're public bathrooms. They're nice. They have bidets. Some of them are on the floor. Have you ever done one of those? The one that's like in the floor?
Did I have to eagle in?
that you had to like
Negrita?
squat.
Squat. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was
Negrita.
that?
I honestly think that's how bathrooms should be, how toilets should be, because you're just like it just gravity does its thing. Technically, it's natural when you really
Yeah,
think
no,
about it.
actually, that's the position that
the
you should be.
normal position. It was just
Yeah.
completely squatting.
So it's good to buy those little step things.
I have one of those at my
Yeah,
house.
it
it's a
does
little
help.
stool.
Do you have
Huh?
a squatty restroom in your
Not
house?
not
too?
a, like
no,
not
the
a,
little stool.
a little. I put a stool in front of the toilet.
Para que te levante because it pushes your intestines.
Gravity works, man.
I just
I used
eat
a
fiber.
bidet for the first time yesterday.
Oh,
Ever.
how'd you like it?
It was cool. I want to buy one now.
Used a bidet for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
what was it like? You were fine.
Have you guys ever used one?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
used it a lot.
you were just in Japan.
bro? 10 out of 10 power. Yeah, bro.
And,
Yeah, it
then
was
there,
cool.
the toilets, the seats are like warmed and heated. Some
Oh
of them
wow,
have,
el
like, a little
fondillo
energy.
bien limpio me quedó todo perfecto.
It's cool.
Did
It's,
it talk to you?
you gotta have like. I didn't get the ones that talk to you. You gotta have like really
Thank you.
cheap.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Nice
No.
shit.
You do have to use like dry toilet paper though to dry it off, because like if you have like the nice actual like 2-ply toilet paper, then it like just kind of like, keeps it all moist. But you got to use that dry stuff. Make it dry down there. But had some issues skin wise. I'll leave it there. Eczema outbreak.
Oh, God damn it.
man.
I thought
Didn't
you were
leave
going to leave it there.
I
You-
should have left it.
You
there.
could
wanna
have
see?
left it
You
there.
Could have
wanna
left
see?
it
It's
there.
a little bit on my arm still.
Oh, hey, that shirt. You can
nice
find
shirt, man.
you can actually find that shirt for San Diego Punto Football. The last
Ooh,
couple
yeah.
of shirts left because we are running out. They are
Limited
selling out.
sizes available.
Limited sizes
left.
available. Go ahead and check it out at San Diego Punto Football/Cantina. Limited sizes are available, like Shiva said. So
Yeah. If you ever
Um,
see me, this is a medium. So
They're
use
true to
that
size.
gauge.
I would
True
say
to
that
size,
they're true
yeah.
to size. The fabric is really nice. So I mean, definitely check, get one, help us out. We're about to sell out, so I mean, you know, for our first order, good stuff, everyone. This
Yeah.
was a successful first launch, I would say.
Love you.
For
Guys,
those of you who are
I
already
can pay my
purchased,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, it helped for this month. Everyone, thank you so much. Those of you who have placed orders, they will be getting shipped out by early next week, I would say.
You'll have them
after Thanksgiving, so they should be arriving pretty soon. I will make an announcement when all the shirts have been shipped. So definitely thank you all for the support.
I need to make a better job of looking at Instagram comments. Thank you, Josue, for
Yeah.
joining us. Thank you for everybody that's joining
I
us.
wish they
Eric
would come
Gutierrez,
up and stream here too.
San Diego rumors. Yes, I have heard that. A local San Diegan kid being able to come in and hop in.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Eric Gutierrez?
Yeah.
El Guti?
El Guti. But yeah,
I've heard
a lot of
those
people
too.
tuned in
I hate
for the live draw. That was absolutely fantastic. Again, shout out also once again to the supporter group of STFC for getting the $18 tickets for the San Diego locked and loaded, because that's incredibly a big achievement and moment for them. Please do not let the city of LA embarrass San Diego, is all I ask. That's my only ask. or not even LA, just anybody. Because
Tough
if St. Louis comes in
and
and
shows out,
like, puta madre, we're like, what are we doing? Some good things happening. Go join the union. That you can go ahead and get that. What I don't like about SDFC, this will be the last thing, is that I don't know. Have you seen how proud they are of one of their latest announcements in terms of what can happen if you are a season ticket member for SDFC?
What is it?
You get discounted parking.
It's a big deal.
So, big deal, big words.
No free parking.
No.
Discounted parking.
Yeah, no. So, discounted parking. We've all been to Snapdragon Stadium, so just kind of imagine this. So, San Diego FC announces enhancements to transportation and parking at Snapdragon Stadium. Here are the enhancements. Usually, enhancements help people out in different areas, but they prove to be futile. I don't know how this will turn out. So, in conjunction with San Diego FC and Snapdragon Stadium, the parking plus traffic plan. Plan, guys.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can make sure I'm pulling this up here. All right. El plan de ataque. Compas. ¿Cuántas? New directional signage. It's 16. Can you count to 16, Abe?
Yep.
Are you able? Okay, I mean, this is a big number. Wow. 16 directional digital signage boards. If that's the first thing. Widening the radius of the stadium traffic instructions by 300% to improve the fan experience on ingress and egress.
Entrance and exit.
Okay.
Can we? Okay. Sometimes. Okay. Marketing. You know what? I'm not gonna get mad at marketing first.
And egress.
Tony loves those
No.
words.
Okay. We need to have a conversation about using. It's not. You don't need to use corporate speak and fancy words for every single piece of marketing. Sometimes you can just say, for entrance and exit, for entering and exiting, ingress.
Wait,
egress.
Roberto, that's a season ticket members that doesn't speak English is gonna see this, or just that barely speaks English and say,
okay, it doesn't.
Ingress, ingress.
¿Quién es ingress?
Ingress.
All right. It says so much about Mission Valley Stadium that presenting a traffic plan and the ways that parking is going to change, and people are like, "Oh, it's cool."
Point one
This
is
sick.
16 directional digital
This
signage
is so
boards.
cool, man.
So this isn't even from. Oh, can I go up to these 16 digital signage and utilize them and put my own directions on them?
What was it
No.
before?
No.
That it went up to 300%.
I don't
Someone
know.
do that.
Okay,
Someone do
when you
that
say
math for us.
that just literally just means, hey, we're putting signs further away from the stadium. That's what that means.
For instructions that, guess what? People aren't going to fucking follow anyways. I mean,
if
if you were
it works, it's
hopefully, yes.
so
Hopefully.
stadiums have. I wish public transportation was so good that no one had to park at a stadium. Honestly, as much as tailgates are cool, it would be so much nicer if just there was like 10 million trolleys that came into Snapdragon, and then you just put the stadium there. You put a training facility next to it. You build houses and stuff and all that. That'd be cool. But anyways, it also has increased traffic control to enhance the efficiency of ingress and egress, minimizing delays around the stadium perimeter, aka it's going to be easier to enter and exit. So there you go. Improved traffic plan, 50% increase in the number of intersections that are manually controlled. That sounds nice. You get to, when people are handling it themselves, like I like that too. Because sometimes the lights like wait forever, even though like no one's turning this one specific way. So at least you have like the guy that with the lights and stuff. That's cool.
I mean, if you're going to use them for these sellout games, sure. You're going to use all these people for Wednesday night games that you sell 10,000 tickets to. I don't know. I don't know how sustainable this is, but this is the plan.
Okay, cool.
This is the plan.
New rideshare plan designed to make getting to and from the stadium faster, easier, and more efficient. Okay, that sounds
It
good.
is annoying how they all wait right there for their Ubers and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
And
I'm
we
supposed
get
to be able
out
to turn
late.
into that lane. There have been times where like I maybe have made an illegal maneuver, had
I
freaked Chiba
remember that.
out one time. What I was like merging or something. I forgot what I did, but
I told you TJ hit, and you said, "All right." Así nos morimos.
So just to give an idea of how much this is going to cost for this fantastic, amazing plan.
Ooh,
Why are we talking about parking plans?
Can we play? Because there's nothing else to talk about.
Because
Abe.
it's fucking ridiculous.
Can we
Because
play
it's
an
fucking
over
ridiculous.
under? Over under?
Because it's fucking ridiculous. Go for it. Go over under. Per game. Just do per game. How much is this plan for season ticket holders per game?
The parking plan?
Yes.
It's like assume $30,
Honestly,
30,
25
16 games a year, whatever.
It is $40 per game.
Okay.
If you break it down for
Wait, how
each
much?
game of the regular season, $40 per game.
For parking.
That's why we're
That's for
talking
season
about
tickets.
it. Because
for this,
yeah,
to watch the game and everything.
no, to park your car.
Fuck.
So it costs more if you're supporters. If you're a supporter, it will cost you double your ticket to park.
Correct. For a couple of hours to take your family.
How much is general parking? Gonna be,
Over
Jason?
probably $50. And you can have the chance, the opportunity to park your vehicle in a dirt lot where tailgating can happen, absolutely. But enjoy the sandstorm from time to time, and enjoy whatever parking ingress and egress is going to look like for you with this new signage. But this is part of just kind of the pricing out of just the general population that, you say you're trying to go ahead and really put up, because $18, as you're saying, is fine. But get this, $18, if you want that, you have to be part of the union. If you're part of the union, you only get access to one of the tickets per member. So if I'm dad, Abe's mom, Chiva is over here, a 5-year-old kid, I need to be part of the union to get my ticket. You need to be part of the union to get your ticket. Baby over here needs to be a member independently to get a ticket. So already you're kind of adding this up just to get in the door, plus your fee to it's a mess.
It's just a problem in all of American sports too.
It is. However, Wave does a little bit better of a job, and there's a lot of blame being handed on SDSU as well, who, anything that's wrong with Snapdragon, put SDSU responsible for it 100%.
Should be
I know that the split share of what SDFC takes and SDSU takes is different from what Wave's model is. Wave takes, from what I heard from some sources, is 50% of parking goes to SDSU, 50% goes to San Diego Wave. And so that's the breakdown there. SDFC does have the benefit of being the main tenant in there, and so with that, they're going to be activating and flexing that muscle in different ways in Snapdragon Stadium. There are developments happening to the structure of Snapdragon Stadium that we can get into a little bit later, but there are things that the club is working on to change on the actual stadium of Snapdragon for the upcoming season. And so that news will be coming out a little bit later via Snapdragon, more than likely, for that. So I don't know, I want to bring that up just because I know it's not soccer, it's not this, but it's like my family can't see if they wanted to go. Most of people's families can't really go and say, hey, like, I want to see and support long term. Yeah, go ahead and take the trolley. The trolley's a pinche asco. It's great, it's fantastic, but it's disgusting. It should be better. Public transport in San Diego is great, but it could be much better. We actually suck in terms of major metropolitan areas with public transportation. So do better, San Diego. Do better, San Diego FC. San Diego State, give me an honorary doctorate, and I'll stop talking shit. Anyway, we did mention San Diego Wave for a little bit.
Did you guys talk about the Landon Donovan news? Was that last week?
Yeah, last week.
That was last week.
Dude, where were you?
Yeah.
I listened to the Darren Smith interview. You guys didn't really go too much into it, but yeah, Landon Donovan officially not going to return as the head coach of San Diego Wave FC. What do you guys think?
I think it was a little surprising, but I mean, the way it kind of ended, and the way Landon was just kind of talking about things, it gave the vibe that he wasn't going to be coming back. And then he started this project with Tim Howard for the Unfiltered Soccer podcast. So Maybe he's going full mode into that instead of participating in anything. I feel like he's probably having more fun talking about it than actually coaching or anything like that. So, I mean, we'll see who the next coach is, right? But I mean, yeah, Landon did what he did here and was a coach for a San Diego team again. But yeah,
He did a favor to a friend.
yeah, that was a favor.
Jill Ellis called and he was like, all right, I'm fine.
It's like, can you find a coach? And it's like, well, I'm here.
Yeah, well, I'm here. By the way, how much are you going to pay me? Oh, I'm definitely here.
Yeah.
I'm definitely here. Okay. But San Diego Wave was nowhere near the NWSL championship or the
No.
festivities, unless you were Naomi Guerma and Kaylin Sheridan, who were, out and about in
Alex Morgan was there
Kansas
too,
City.
still technically.
When did she stop being a player? The season ended?
When
That's
she's
it?
not on the roster anymore.
But when would that? It's just, I mean, the season's over, right? So she retires
Once
effective.
the season starts next year and her name is not on that roster, then I'll believe she retired. Until then,
you believe.
Until then, she's on the maternity list. She's not retired. She's a mom.
She's injured.
She's injured. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
she's-
injured with baby.
Yeah, no,
Oh
that's
my
honestly
gosh.
my
Technically, you're on
favorite-
the injury list. So
Yeah, no,
you're
it's my
injured with baby.
favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite designation in sports is literally a miracle. Like, what's wrong with you? Ankle, ankle, parentheses, ankle, parentheses, foot, parentheses, miracle, life. Congratulations. But
we had the NWSL championship.
we did have the NWSL
Yes,
championship,
happening.
but I think this is a little bit more local,
Mhm.
pertinent.
Yeah.
Casey Stoney came out of nowhere.
Casey Stoney.
Is that her? Bugger, do I hear Casey Stoney?
She didn't hold back in this interview.
She held
Kristen
recap
Press.
with Chris and Press and Tobin Heath.
Mhm.
She used to be their coach at Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very interesting to hear what she had to say about the NWSL, about her coaching career, how she left San Diego Wave, which is it's fascinating. I mean, she was officially confirmed. We had heard rumors. She was on a flight back home to visit a personal family member and had gotten the news. Her family also was in England at the time. They weren't allowed to go back because they lost their visas because she was fired. So they had to get a sponsor to go back to the US and get all their stuff and then go back to England. And then now they're back living in the States to go to school. Like it's crazy. Like, I mean, to lose your job and then also you can't go back to your house. That's insane.
I don't know how you look at Wave. Also the same. Obviously, it's a business decision, but you need to be a little more compassionate about this. You know, if you're Jill Ellis, terminating that contract. She's already in England. That revokes her visa. Like, you make it a living hell to try to get back home to your house. So I mean, I don't know. To me, that seemed pretty messed up. It definitely is interesting. It's not a good look for San Diego Wave. They've already not had the best looks this season. So I think Wave so far is just turning into the villain of the NWSL. And they're making themselves to be the team that nobody likes.
There's no good reason right now outside of probably Jaden Shaw and Gurma, like the players, right? And that's something that always kind of comes across, like, well, the players, and you have to think about them. And yeah, 100%. But it's not a good look, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, especially how you see how the season ended, where, yeah, sure, I can see the grounds to maybe fire Casey Stoney, but even on a financial level, it makes no sense to fire Casey Stoney or to have gone through everything that you did, the PR nightmare in terms of the backlash of why are you doing this now? Like, well, what's going on? Like, okay, a beloved coach, somebody who stands up for what she believes in, and there's this all these other stuff that's kind of intertwined with this off the field, and it's just the worst case scenario for San Diego Wave was not being successful on and off the field. Casey Stoney being let go in the way that she was let go is just adding to that. Now, she's been here in San Diego. She was actually
Southwestern College.
at Southwestern College
Coach
with
Soto.
Coach Soto. Made that connection, and unfortunately, they lost Southwestern College in their playoff leg. But she's still wanting to coach, and she's still gonna be coaching,
And probably coaching in the U.S. too. She did say in this interview she would like to. She has unfinished business in the NWSL.
No. You're right, Abe. She does have unfinished business. And
sure.
she's gonna get the business done
And
because
she stands on business.
And
stands.
there's
on
going to be a
business.
few teams that have openings, likely an Angel City. Could you imagine a Casey Stoney at Angel City?
Yes.
That would be
there's
phenomenal.
what hold on. Well, Casey, what do you think about the potential of you being coach for LAFC? Excuse me, for Angel City FC.
It's possible, and it's honestly, I think it's likely. Like when you look at the team, she also says she hates humidity. She's not going to Houston.
She's not going to Houston.
I mean, that's where her everything ended too. I wouldn't want to go
Mhm.
back to Houston, and just she has LA gets all the resources too. They just got ownership from the CEO of Disney and his wife. Like that is a big deal. That is a lot of money. They're getting their own training facility built too at Cal Luther, and like that's a great opportunity for Casey Stoney if she does get that job. And I think she should. She's a great coach, like, and a defensive coach, sure. So it might not be as appealing to the eye. That's probably why when it happened, we were like, well, it's, I guess maybe offensively, nothing ever changed. But firing a coach mid-season because they can't score, but you're still like the best defensive team in the league it's just insane.
And then the defense just crumbles after she leaves. It just
it is the style that you're playing too that lets the defense have that kind of issue. But when you have Naomi Girma, sometimes it's okay to let your defense open yourself up a little bit just because you know you can trust someone like Naomi Girma. But man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Casey Stoney.
That'll be interesting to follow her trajectory, and
she will end up in the NWSL. Wait, do you think she goes to Angel City? Do you think
there needs to be a move to remove who's at the helm of Angel City right now, and that hasn't happened yet? So, maybe that's something that will signal that first, and then if that does happen, then yeah, if it's Casey's job, and she likes Southern California, she's established here. She moved her whole entire family here, which is kind of the fucked up part about this whole thing. Like at the end of the day, yeah, even if she deserves to be fired, like it's a hardship to move your entire family to a different country and settle, and then immediately, have everything just kind of crumble on that side. But that still leaves an opening for San Diego Waves head coaching job. So actually, with that, there are rumors and there are names that are being thrown out there. Admittedly, like in the world soccer sphere of the NWSL potentials, like I wasn't very in the know, but doing some research, doing some digging, I know now that San Diego Wave will be announcing the new head coach for them this upcoming season in the first week of December. Last week, they were down to the last two candidates for head coaching. But that decision is pretty much coming down to it. And so there are some names. The Australian coach, Tony Gustafsson, as well as a name floated out there was Twyla Kilgore, which
Tiva's favorite coach.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would be interesting. There are a couple names out there that aren't necessarily on top of mind as well from Europe to be coming in. Look specifically towards somebody who may have had a spat with Emma Hayes, the U.S. women's national team, former Chelsea.
I think you're giving some big news away.
I mean, I haven't said anything.
I would leave it there. I would leave it there if I were you.
Oh,
people can. That's pretty easy.
Nah, I've never had a positive encounter with Emma Hayes. Have you? Have you had a positive encounter with Emma Hayes?
I haven't had an encounter with Emma Hayes. So
I am absolutely right on top of that. So neither has Chiba.
I mean, these are all just names that are being thrown around as well. Nothing official will happen to the first week of December. So I mean, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
No,
yeah,
100%.
Maybe they announce Casey Stoney back. Who knows?
That would be the funniest, most amazing return. Like, you know what? We messed up, guys. It's Casey Stoney.
The odds aren't 0 on that.
Yeah, the odds are
Like,
not zero.
but like, what? How would that even happen?
It's like, does she interview for that job too?
Joe
Does she
Ellis
fucking-
would have to resign. New ownership comes in and says, "Hey, this is the new president." New president comes in. The new GM say, "Hey, like, sorry, your team messed up. That wasn't us."
I mean, the GM wasn't involved in it, so
Yeah, so
according to Joe Ellis, the GM had no
just makes it seem more personal now. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the beef was between Joe Ellis and Casey Stoney, but to fire someone knowing that they were not going to be able to come back home, to me, that's just plain evil. Like, I don't know.
Just evil.
Yeah, I don't like
Jeez.
it. I don't like it. It gives me a bad vibe for sure. Yeah, she's not.
She's not.
Joe
a
Ellis
chill,
is not a chill dude.
She's not a chill.
He's not a chill guy.
Did that make it to Japan?
Yeah,
I saw a
you
little
have,
bit of it.
You have
I
the
don't
chill
really know
guy.
why it started.
It's not in your feed right now.
It's popped up in my feed, but
You're a chill guy then.
I'm not sure how it started.
You're
a chill
choosing
guy.
not to engage with it.
That's true. Yeah.
I like it.
Does he do that? He's like
Yeah, dude, he's just a chill guy.
No, 100%. So there was NWSL action this weekend.
See, Tanya already figured it out.
No.
I mean, you're giving more stuff away than Tony at this point.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
We'll see.
Just let me go fliddle with my lifesavers.
Yeah.
Are they Japanese lifesavers?
No, I just found these in my car. I got a lot of snacks. I didn't bring back a lot of snacks from Japan, but they were good. All the
What
snacks.
did you do in Japan? Like, we've heard about your...
I went to a baseball game. Actually, I got this at
Okay.
Tokyo Dome. So you know what's amazing
wow,
about
the team
Japanese
that lost
baseball?
against a Taiwanese team. That's crazy.
Japan beat USA there, and
Yeah,
so
they did.
it's amazing. Their whole outfield is their supporter section. So when the opposing team is batting, it's silent. Like, I could yell from I was in the top deck. I could yell and the players would hear me. It was pretty quiet. But like, people are like chatting a little bit, but it's pretty quiet. And then when their team is playing, you can't even hear the person next to you because of how loud it is. They have songs for every player that's at bat. It's crazy. They're just like singing, going crazy. Like, there's flags everywhere. When there's a home run, just people are going insane. Everyone says I forgot which word it was, but they all like freak out for strikeout. It was so cool. Baseball is so much better over there too.
Yeah,
Japan, that's their national sport. It's like, we lost base. It is no longer America's pastime. It is Japan's pastime.
Yeah, well, I agree. And until the crown is taken back, there's nothing to say about that.
Taiwan technically won the entire tournament, so shout out to Chinese Taipei for winning the Premier 12 championship. But yeah, and then there's like old baseball players for USA that were there. Like Rich Hill was playing, which is kind of cool.
Heck yeah.
Former Padre Dan Altavilla was on that team. I don't know if you remember
Alright.
him.
Yeah.
Humongous thighs. He's pretty cool. Yeah. And then what else?
Yeah, no, you're
I
right.
went to a
Absolutely right.
wrestling event. You would like that. I went to a pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, New Japan. The World Tag League.
Oh, dude.
Are
Heck
you
yeah.
jealous?
I am. Are you jealous? Are you jealous? Yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm jealous. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about Japanese wrestling? They don't go to the top rope. I did not see one like jump at like from anywhere other than like in the ring. There was no one went to the top rope or even the second rope. Like, it's a little weird, but it was very, very cool.
Yeah, it's a very strong style, storytelling, story based, and much like baseball, as you're saying, like it's quiet. Except
There's a
for
respect level, just like it's quiet, and then someone will shout a name every once in a while, whoever they're rooting for, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
all right. You know what else is pretty cool? The end of the NWSL championship and the way it happened. I think if it didn't happen this way, I think people would have been sad. The majority of the NWSL fan base wanted to see Marta go out with a bang and a championship, playing against the Washington Spirit, who has also been a very tough team. We've seen it, but I think Barbara Banda has been a stellar addition to the NWSL. Me seeing her is just one of those things. It's like, there's a game changer, like on the field. I actually was in that podcast with Casey Stoney that they were talking about Barbara Banda and Marta, and how Marta used to be the Barbara Banda of her time. And just
And Marta's still Marta is the crazy part. Like, when you're
It's-
playing
yep.
Orlando, you have to worry about both of them.
Mhm.
And that's why you can make mistakes like that one right there. It's just kind of letting that near side goal in. It's probably should have been saved, but just when you're having to worry about two just unreal attacking players like that, it's so hard as defense. And credit to Washington for only keeping it 1-0 because it could have been a lot worse with so many great players like Orlando has.
Did you watch the Liga Femenil final?
It is happening at 6:00, and I did not watch it, or I haven't seen the score. I was planning on watching it later, but I'm willing to get a little spoiler.
All right, yes.
Wow, ends in penalties.
Yes. And a Clásico Regiomontano, a derby of the northern part of Mexico, Monterrey versus
Berkey
Tigres.
with the back-to-back.
Christina Birkenroad, the San Diego native, wins another championship. El Bicampeonato back-to-back. So congratulations to former guest of the show, pal of the show, Christina Birkenroad, on another great achievement. She was
on again.
Yeah, we should definitely do that in the off season. Have her here. That's fantastic. The shield curse is broken. Yeah, I mean they won the double, the Orlando Spirit. So
Pride, Washington Spirit.
Yes, I'm very dyslexic in both languages right now. Then
What did he say?
He's an Orlando Spirit.
All right.
Orlando
has spirit. Yes, they do.
you know what happened? I saw Orlando on the score bug, and then I looked to the right and I said, "Oh, that's the Spirit, Orlando Spirit." Makes no sense. Just makes sense in my head. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go back and watch this. When saying Katy Martinez hit the tying goal in the 97th.
Oh wow, yeah, sounds like a hell of a game for sure. I mean, shout out to Berkey for going back-to-back titles in Mexico. I mean, just tearing it up over there, getting call-ups for the Mexican national team. She's a regular there now, so I mean, big things.
Thank you,
Big
Tanya,
players,
for
big players in San Diego.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya, for stopping by and saying hello and giving us some good info. I'm definitely gonna go back and check that out. I was want to watch Christina Birkenroad. You know who's on it? 619 Sports, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to 619 Sports. All right, so anything else for San Diego Wave, NWSL Championship, Orlando win the double. Marta, fantastic. Barbara Banda, excellent. Now just reset for next year.
Yeah, I think Orlando is going to be such a tough team to be in the coming years too. Like this is the beginning of a dynasty because they went from like whatever last like 2 years ago. Last year they were like pretty okay, just average team, not great, but you could see like the seeds of like, especially with a player like Marta, like oh maybe, and then now when you have like a player like Barbara Banda, it's impossible to like they barely lost their last 2 games. And that was after they clinched the playoffs. Like they were utterly dominant this year. And if they can just keep playing their style that way, I don't see how anyone can stop them.
I like that. And preseason for the NWSL is going to be right around the corner. Mid-January, players start reporting. San Diego Wave will be involved in the Coachella Valley Invitational along with San Diego FC. So two San Diego professional soccer teams being represented in the Coachella Valley Invitational coming up. A lot of action for the Snapdragon. So with that, I think it's a good time here to take a sip of our recover. It's coconut water and it's sugar free. It's really good.
It's really good.
I like it. I don't know. I've been thinking about this actually. Like, how do I not make it sound fake?
What you're advertising? How much you like it?
No, it's honestly, it's so good. I mean, 2 for $4 at Sprouts, or if you go to the market by my house, they're 3 for $5.
I can flip this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are we moving over to goals, gaffs, and grades? Is that what we're doing now?
Sponsored by
there you go.
Brought to you by Recover.
And grades, the part of the show where we watch some highlights, some lowlights, the goals, the gaffs, and the grades of the weekend in soccer, locally and around the world. All right. First of all, goal. You don't have any links? You don't have anything?
I couldn't find the goal on Twitter.
That's how you get it. You got it.
I got it, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. So there was actually the goal that Callan spoke about earlier, which was a fantastic goal from almost halfway here locally. UC Davis versus USD to take them into the next phase to face Duke, which is going to be a tough challenge. But I think that this goal on itself just means a little bit more. Ultimately, having the USD team move forward into having a home match here against Vermont. So the goal,
San Diego Interzone, Jack Sandmeyer.
San Diego Internacionales from the UPSL's own Jack Sandmeyer, as Shiva just said. And here's the goal after the corner call that's going to happen here.
His service, back stick, headed, up and in! The Toreros take the lead!
Zach, you felt it coming. They've been pressing for the last 10 minutes. 2 corners in the last.
Sandmeyer, you just won San Diego football all of the week.
This is the one where I was thinking like we could actually contact them and be like, hey, dude, like, how do you feel winning San Diego Football's goal of the week? Didn't do that. We will. We need to come up with something like a little medal, like a pin. Like we can't be going around handing player stuff.
Yeah,
like it just can't.
I think you just gotta say it to them awkwardly. Maybe we'll see him at this game on Sunday. I know I'll be there. So
heck yeah.
His service, back stick.
Oh,
could have been a foul, but
a foul. I mean, if the player goes down, technically maybe they call that a foul. But I love it when you have just a tall player that's just taken advantage of.
Absolutely. Jackson. All right. So that is that. Weren't able to find a gaff, correct, Chiba?
I'm gonna throw a gaff out here, especially after this.
You do that because I have a gaff that I have to find, and I have it.
I
but
mean, mine
go
is
for it,
mine.
Chiba.
We just kind of talked about it a little bit, but after Casey Stoney's interview, to me, the gaff right now is San Diego Wave. I mean, just for that info to come out and say, yeah, like they fired me as soon as I landed and I couldn't go back home, like that, definitely not a good look. And to me, San Diego Wave wins the gaff of the week. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but that's just my take.
I agree. It's just definitely a bad move. And then when you're not bringing back Landon Donovan now, I wouldn't call that a gaff. I think you have some other options out there, but if things don't go right after you don't bring back Landon Donovan, who kind of at the end of it made it look pretty solid, pretty okay. Like they're better offensively. You could see kind of the vision in the future if he had continued on. If they come back and like aren't good again, then it's just complete other failure at all levels. It already kind of has been this season, but just even more for the future if you can't like move on past that with a new coach. It's just gonna be bad.
All right. So that's the gaff. One. Gaff 2 is actually happened at the Chrome Ball Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So while Esteban and I were talking and chatting it up, in front of us, like I said, was this this game that would happen for the Chrome Ball Tour with the youth tournament. What you're seeing here on the right hand side is a post match. You're not really going to see what's actually happening, so I have to describe it for you. But you have the teams off the field. What's happening in front on the actual field is that there was I'm having it explained to me. There was a parent who was dismissed, given not only a red card, but like you need to leave, like,
oh wow,
15 minutes before. And then they came back because the wife of them thought that the kid or a kid on the other team had kicked her or whatever. Parent 15 minutes later comes back and just kind of confronts the kid. And just yeah, so it was
National City at its finest.
I've confirmed, not National City natives.
Nice.
So yeah, I couldn't have that. But again, you don't really see the actual violence or the actual like shoving or kicking or that happened, but like just in general, like that's just embarrassing.
Had
Like
to be a
it's
national city.
absolutely embarrassing. No, they're from Chula Vista. So
Oh, Simon.
that is the gaff of the week. And the great.
How was the concert after? Oh wait, National City didn't get a concert after. Oh my bad.
No,
Chula
no,
Vista
no.
did.
As I
Chula Vista
stated,
did.
I commend San Diego FC for their appreciation for history and the judicial system, as they saw the 1953 trial, the landmark trial of Brown versus the Board of Education, and said, you know what, this Chrome Ball tour will be separate but not equal, because yeah, none of these stops were equal. Still fun. Community came out, so fantastic. The great also happened at the Chrome Ball tour.
You're really talking about Brown versus Board of Education right now?
Yeah,
he
Thurgood
is. He talked about
Marshall's
it on the
land
stream too.
Yeah,
Was
no,
it
I did.
Plessy versus Ferguson. What was that one? That was the one that established it, right?
Yes, back in the day, and then the the judge was Thurgood Marshall, later the first Black Supreme Court justice, to be able to move that forward. Just a landmark case, 1953 or 7, one of those two. Pretty sure it's 3.
Okay.
Maybe it started in 3.
I don't remember the years, but I kind of remember what each one was about.
And actually there was a local contingency of that in Lemon Grove, where the railroad tracks really divided the Mexican side and the non-Mexican, the non-cultural side. It's happening in your backyard, guys. Right on time, absolutely. 619. Please let me know what your thoughts on the 1950s case, Brown versus the Board of Education.
He was watching the Liga Mexican.
That's exactly what he was doing.
been.
Absolutely. All right, and the grade of the week is going to be absolutely
Fan TV do.
Nice.
You know, because with Homa Milan. Whoa! I saw that coming from a little bit. But that was a class save.
That was amazing.
Buffon would have been proud
Wow,
of that.
that was sick. That was sick.
Yes, I'm glad I got that moment. I am glad I got that moment, but I'm not the grade of the week. The grade of the week is USD Toreros soccer, men's soccer. So congratulations to them. They will be having that match this Sunday at Torero Stadium. Hit us up, hit me up, me. Don't bother these two gentlemen. I have a code for you. Just ask for it, and you can get your ticket for $5 to go to this match. Parking's free.
Yeah, parking's free.
But get there
what a
early.
concept.
But get there early because it's a hassle.
I used to a few times I had forgotten the parking pass that they gave us at the Loyal game, so I would just park at the Office of Education and just walk down. It's not that bad.
No, it's not. It's not. It was
always a place to park.
It was a good little walk. I have the video. I didn't send it to anybody. I do this, and I wasn't gonna send it to anybody, but you guys would appreciate this. I did get to the parking. I was upset for whatever reason, because it was taking forever. And myself and I decided to, this is going to be good, guys. Trust me. It's fine. I'm looking for it. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Fun from Tabular. Currently showing a video to Abraham of my way.
You let the golf cart drive you in?
Yeah, and I was the only one on the golf cart. Why not? Hey. Those hills at USD have cost my knees years of life.
Your knees are better now.
Shout out Johnny and shout out the Dago boys. I had a conversation with them after, just kind of getting their takes and just kind of their vibes and good guys. And again, hopefully they will be part of the contingency and union that defends the honor of San Diego against everybody else. All right, so that has been goals, gaffs, and greats. And before we go, Abe, there's another Pokemon pack.
You can open it.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's yours. I got you guys.
Oh, you already opened your two?
I opened mine too. I got a $60
right.
card.
You
he got a
$60.
$60. If he sends that into like
card.
the grading people or whatever, they'll
Yeah, that means I can sell it right now for $20.
and yeah, technically some people might buy the ungraded one.
All right, so here we go. This is what we have here. I forgot I have a camera right there. All right, very Japanese. Okay, you guys. Two different songs and not anywhere near the same tempo, guys.
Oh, I wanna be the
Man.
very best.
No one ever. Dun 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 dun.
Can't stand the uses the train and the bus.
I could travel across the world.
There we go.
All right.
A ver. ¿Qué te salió, compa?
What's his name? This is not Hypnon Top. It's Hip.
Lee. Himon Lee. Yeah.
It's not Hypnon Lee.
No. Himon Chan.
Hypnon Hypno? No. Este güey. He's a Hypno. He's a pre-evolution.
Okay.
All right. Believe me. We got the mushroom kangaroo. Mushroom kangaroo. Next one from Japan, directly from Japan, is a train.
Okay.
It's like a train. All right. Somehow Pokemon. I do like this art. That's a really cool artwork for a cloister. I really dig that.
Cool.
I really dig that. All right. And the final card, I think. Oh, I hate this card. I hate this guy. I hate this guy.
Excadrill.
Yeah, no, it's like a sand slash that is trying too hard. There's another card?
Oh, yes.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Thank you,
That's it.
Abe.
Thank you, Abe.
Yeah.
That was
I really
really nice of
appreciate
you.
that.
You didn't have to.
You know what? $60. I would never sell these for $60.
I would
I
never
wouldn't even
sell it.
look up
You
how
can
much
sell
these
it.
cards are.
You should look them up.
I
I
wouldn't
did not
even
look it up. Abe looked it up.
I wouldn't even.
It looked really nice. That's why I looked it up.
Now, these.
Yeah.
What happens with these?
You open them, use them.
These are
Yeah, the Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z bicycle official playing card. The back is so cool. I just noticed it.
Yeah, let's get that.
Oh my god. What is this?
You know, I
on the
saw one of the. I saw a restaurant that had the dragon from Dragon Balls like out there. It had a ball, but it was
Shenron?
like
Mhm.
open. It was like half of it. The ball itself was a bowl, and inside the bowl was ramen. So I thought you would like that too. I didn't take a picture of it. But.
Love that. But you know what? The fact that you thought about us halfway across the world is awesome, and I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you for coming. You do this more often. It does
I
get
can
cold
come
here.
in.
It does
Yeah,
get
it's
cold
really
here.
It is a
cold
little
in here.
cold in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay though. I'll bring another jacket. Maybe I'll come wear like pajamas on the bottom. So no one can see that.
Darren Smith was freezing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was probably cold last week, right?
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, and we warned people. But in any case, thank you for coming in. Is there anything else that we hit? We need to touch on?
No, ya me voy a dormir.
I think it's it. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Thank you for
We'll
Aaron.
recap USD soccer because that's the only soccer happening next week. So
Yeah.
we'll have something to talk.
Maybe we can. I don't know.
Play
A little
Pokemon.
blackjack.
I don't know.
Play
Play
Pokemon.
blackjack.
Or you know what,
Play poker.
guys?
We should do poker.
220, 252. We break the streak. We just don't have an episode next week.
Yeah. I'll be here. I'll talk.
I love that. Thank you for everybody who joined, for Callum McClurg, for Alex over from Copa Escondido, everybody who was joining us in the chat. Thank you for everybody who helped out on the live stream. Thank you. Tony didn't get a shirt memo. No, as opposed to my comrades over here, I wore mine for 5 hours. Shout out to DJ Cali Burrito, Beto Perez, for coming on the stream also as well. And Mayor Ron Morrison.
How come he didn't buy one?
I don't think he can. Those are government favors. Thank you for everybody who's joined us. See you guys next week. Bye.